Hello, welcome to Stretford, Paddock. This is the watch-along. Viktoria Plzeň versus Manchester United. I don't think we've ever said that before, have we, Jay?
No, is this the first time we played them?
It must be. Come on. It must be.
It does feel like it. I can't remember a time when we have played Viktoria Plzeň. No doubt people will be getting involved in the chat and the comments and letting us know. How are you, mate? You okay?
I'm very well.
Ryan
Thank you very
Hopper's here,
much.
of course. How are you?
Up the
Very
RH.
well, up the RH.
Up the RH.
Thank you very much, as always, for having me.
Been a busy week for you, hasn't it?
Busy man.
Chatting to Chido Obi Martin. We'll get to that in a little bit. Coaching him up, turning him into the star of the future that we know he will be.
No pressure.
We've got Scott here as well. How are you?
Yeah, very good. Thanks. Getting in the festive spirit. I've noticed you kept the chocolates over that side of the
Help
studio.
yourself.
More than welcome.
You're welcome to look at them.
Yeah,
We don't mind.
we don't mind.
Take
at
them
all.
away, actually. Give them to Scotty.
No, I'm all right.
Let's just get straight into the team news then, because obviously it does get announced a little bit early these days, so it's ready as soon as we're live. So we've got Onana in goal, Mazraoui, De Ligt, Martinez, Dalot, Fernandes, Casemiro, Malacia, and it looks like Ahmad starting in that number 10 role with Rashford and Xerxes. Not dissimilar to the team I predicted, but I didn't predict Ahmad to be pushed up to that number 10. Are you excited by that, Jay? Do you like that, or do you feel like it's kind of confusing for him?
No, I like it. I mean, we were sort of crying out for it, weren't we? And then the Everton game made us review that opinion because he was so good in the wing-back role against Everton.
Yeah.
But I noticed it like the other day against Forest. You want him at the business end of the pitch. And I know he can do that as a wing-back, but I'd rather he didn't have to worry as much about the defensive side of it and just get him in and around the area. He's one of the few players we've got in a minute who looks like he's full of confidence, willing to take people on, can get involved, can get goals and assists.
Yep.
He's always got his head up. And I just think, it makes sense to me. I know Viktoria Plzeň isn't the biggest test, but if he can show what he's about in this, hopefully the manager will give him some more opportunities there because I know we've got question marks about our other wing back. How fit is Malacia? How often can he play as a wing back?
Yeah.
Dalot, I think, as a right wing back makes sense. What's going to happen with Mazraoui? Is he going to eventually become a wing back if all the centre backs are fit? So there's a few question marks there, but I think if we can play Ahmad in that role, I think that's ideal, me personally.
Yeah. What do you think?
No, I agree with Jay. I think the front three, if you have a look at them front three, Xerxes, Rashford and Ahmad, I reckon there'll be a lot of interchange there. I reckon obviously Xerxes will drop in that 10 position and Marcus will get beyond him a little bit. We've seen that in the few games that he's played with Amion. Obviously Rashford getting off the back of the defenders, playing in that central 9 position. So I'm looking forward to seeing them three. But it's good to see Malacia as well. I know he's been out for a long time and I think the manager's put quite a lot of faith in him, bringing him back in and playing him obviously continuously. So I look forward to it. Everything else is probably looking quite similar. Obviously the back three there, obviously Mazraoui been really consistent since he come to the club. So I like the look of that, to be honest. Yeah,
what do you make of it, Scott? Do you like, we've seen Dalot at right wing back, we've seen Ahmad a little bit further forward. Do you like the look of that lineup?
I think Dalot's better at right wing back than he's over on the left. Yeah, I'm quite excited. I think before Amarin came in, a lot of us sort of earmarked Ahmad as being one of the contestants for that number 10 role. And like Jay said there, whilst he was doing well as a right wing back, he's not really playing to his strengths. I think he probably did above and beyond what many people expected to, and that's why he was saying, can he play that position? But for me, his ability in that number 10 will be great with his press and linking up with Xerxes and Rashford, very similar to the Everton lineup and how they perform there. I think Xerxes sort of interplay there, laying the ball off for the others to run onto, will be a really good thing to watch.
Yeah, and I think there's only a couple of, I think it's Saka and Salah in the league who've got more assists than Ahmad.
Really?
So he is, I think he's got 5
5
or I think he's got 6. So he's someone that is very good at getting in the right positions, and a lot of those assists, or a handful at least, have come from, like you said, Scotty, winning the ball high up and not necessarily going around 3 people and putting it on a plate for someone, but winning the ball really high up and putting it on a plate for someone. You can sort of cut out, not to say it's not a skill in itself, but you can limit the amount of world-class skill that you have to do by winning the ball in the right areas, and he seems to be the best in the squad at that. That's a really good trait, isn't it? Especially in this system.
It is, absolutely, you're right. And it's also what he does when he's got it as well. He's always got his head up. Like the one criticism you can perhaps, well, not the one, but a lot of criticism you might have of some of the other attackers, Marcus or Garnacho, sometimes they haven't got their head up. They're looking to just try and get the shot off, or they can keep hold of it a little bit too much at times. He doesn't. He's always looks for what seems like the best option, and it can be quite selfless at times as well. We saw it at the Southampton game. I think he created 10 big chances, was it, or 10 chances, which is the most for a United player in about, I don't know how many years, but a long time. We saw it obviously the Everton game where he sort of at one point just laid it on a plate, didn't he? Was it for Xerxes?
Yeah.
Like, he is a player who can be selfless, and he can get goals himself when he needs to. He's, he got a couple when Rude was manager. He obviously scored against Brighton, I think, early in the season. Like, he's capable of getting you a goal or an assist. So I just think, get him where he can do the most damage.
Yeah, definitely. Rashford's another one. Obviously, someone you've worked with in the past, Ryan.
Yeah.
We were chatting about it in the week, and it's like, if you say anything positive about him, or even that you want him to turn his form around and be productive for Man United, you get slagged off for it. Like, encouraging a United player is not even allowed. What do you make of him and his current position in the squad, and all these reports that he's up for sale and they'll take 40 million from him in January and all this stuff?
I think I'm the worst person to ask on that, because again, everything I say seems to be like I'm part of the PR and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. Such a nonsensical
argument, isn't it?
It's just obviously anything I say, but to answer to your question, I think with a new manager, everyone comes in with a clean slate. Like I've said this before, when we've had new managers, everyone's on a clean slate. It's up to Marcus to go in and do the business on the pitch. If Marcus is not doing the business on the pitch, the manager seems to have that ruthless edge about him where, if he's not doing it, he's not for him. So again, it's about performances, it's about work ethic, and if you can do that, obviously the ability's there for everyone to see. We've seen it over the years, just that confidence and that desire to be ruthless in front of goal and be cold and just take your chances and express yourself. I think that's the best Marcus, when he plays without any fear, he's confident, and sometimes it's about getting in the right positions and expressing himself. We see during the week about when he's in the corner, and the other week where he's in the corner, he's trying to chip it up, maybe to simplify his game a little bit in them areas. But when he's in the final third, just get at people. Everyone wants to see Marcus run at people and express himself and get shots off. And also, like you said before, Jay, look to bring people in as well. Yeah. Like Xerxes there, obviously Ahmad, he does that really well. But again, I'm damned if I do and damned if I don't on that subject. So obviously I get the PR machine, I'm part of that and all sorts, so it is what it is.
Like, you're one of the only handful of people on the planet that can speak with some experience. You've worked with him. You know what I mean? I'm not saying everyone can't have an opinion. We've all got an opinion on Marcus Rashford, but have we ever worked with him? Have we ever coached with him? No. You've seen him firsthand what he's like.
Again, I can only... I'm a Man United fan. I've been a United fan, and I'm a big Man United fan. But since working with him, again, everyone has the opinions, like I've said on here before. Everyone has their opinions, what they see, and sometimes it's rightly so. Obviously, body language doesn't look like he cares, whatever. But when you see what I've seen in terms of like detail and how much he cares and takes pride in his work and wants to do well, he loves the club. Again, it's very like it's there. I've witnessed it. There's no need for me to lie, So
yeah, you can only speak to us. What about you, Scotty? What do you think with Marcus? Do you feel like? Do you have much hope with him? And turning it around seems a bit drastic, but I think that's where we're at.
I think the thing with Marcus Rashford is that what separates him from other United strikers of the past that aren't, because he's Manchester born and bred. And I think the expectation level of the fans, it's not so much expectation. Everyone wants him to do the best of his ability, and it's not happening for such a long period where frustration sets in. And with that, you are going to get toxic parts of the fan base that are going to hit out. And I don't think any Man United fan wants to see him fail or wants him to leave, but sometimes it gets to the juncture where you're like, is it the best now in terms of the club's financial situation to sell him? They need money to bring players in. And is it the best situation for Marcus Rashford? Like, if he doesn't have a great game tonight, sooner or later he's only human. If he hasn't already got to the point where the frustration is, the pressure on him is like, I can't be arsed anymore. Because I would, because you're only human, aren't you? I'd be like, I can't be arsed with this anymore.
I think, like what Joe was saying, I've noticed it though. We did a video the other week where all we said was, I think we were saying, look, if he doesn't turn it around, if he doesn't have a good season, the manager doesn't owe him anything. They'll get rid of him. But I hope he does. And even that seems to trigger people. Oh, you lot, Marcus Rashford, what? By hoping he has a good game for Manchester United, wanting him to play well. We all want everyone to play well, whether you think they're good enough or not. And we've certainly seen signs with Marcus. So, yeah, I do worry for his future, because I think the time is now to act. And this should be an opportunity tonight, shouldn't it? Victoria Plzeň, I know the second in the Czech League, but come on, let's get real.
And there's another thing with Rashford as well, and I know, because someone in the comments before said that Rashford is a myth, that he's not the player we all think he is, and people saying he's got talent, you're just wrong, basically.
Rashford is, I love that. Rashford is a myth.
So I'll read it out verbatim so I'm not misquoting anyone. Alex in the comments says, Rashford is a myth. I'm just sick of hearing we know he's got talent. No, he doesn't. He's shown his level and our fans refuse to acknowledge it. The guy isn't close to the level our fans claim. And I think that comment is quite representative of a I wouldn't say the majority, but a decent portion of United fans. So just look at this thing about him having talent. Let's just go goals and assists. And I know there's more to football than goals and assists, but when you're in that sort of left forward position, it's a big thing. So he averages a goal or assist every other game throughout his whole career. That is a better ratio than Luis Diaz, a better ratio than Gabriel Martinelli, a better ratio than Jack Grealish, and even a better ratio than Rodrigo at Real Madrid. Some of the most prominent, most highly paid, most highly transfer feed wingers in the world in the current era. He has got a better goals and assist ratio per game than all of them. So this thing of him not having talent is factually garbage. Like, maybe he's not showing the talent, maybe those seasons, his best seasons are behind him and he'll never hit those levels again. That is a fair opinion to have. But to say he doesn't have talent is literally wrong, and it couldn't be more wrong. And I just think that we have to remember who he is and what he's done for United. Over 210 goals and assists in 439 games, just about one every other game. Like I said, more than all of those others. And I was looking at Liverpool starting left winger, Arsenal starting left winger, Man City starting left winger. The teams that are the best in the country. Rodrigo, I know I'm not going to compare him to Vinicius Jr. because I don't think he's on that level, but Rodrigo is someone who United fans want to bring in as a replacement for Rashford, who plays for arguably the best team of this last generation in Real Madrid, and he can't even match those numbers. So I do think that there's a misunderstanding of what Rashford has done in his career, and a willingness to just say, oh, he's shit because he's had some bad seasons. He isn't shit. He absolutely isn't. Whether he'll ever get back to those levels again, you can argue. But this whole thing of him just being talentless is 100% statistically false. And I think that angle particularly has to stop, personally.
Yeah, you've seen it in the nature of something. Like, Marcus is a weird player in the sense that a lot of his goals come against better teams.
Yeah.
Like, I think his record against the Scousers, he's got 8 goals or something against the Scousers. We saw it against the Manchester Derby last season, that goal he scored at the Etihad, for example. There's not many players who can do that. No. Like, it's not a case of talent, it's a case of consistency. And I think that's the issue, even with those numbers you spoke about there, Joe, which are good numbers. Yeah. For a winger, they're numbers that are compared to any winger other than maybe your Vinicius Juniors and your Mo Salah, sorry. It's the fact that you will have this sort of boom and bust thing with Marcus, where he had 30 goal season, then it's the 8 goal season, the 22 goal season, then the 7 goal season. That's the problem.
I think,
you know what I mean?
And there is a problem, by the way. I'm not saying he's great, you're all idiots for not seeing it. People are talking about consistency.
I get that.
I agree with all of that. He's not been good
is.
enough on that front. And he does it like he don't want to be there at times, he can't be asked at times. That is all true as well. But I'm talking about the talent argument where people say he's no good and he never has been. That bit is just nonsense.
Isn't true. I think it's the other way around in terms of, I think a lot of the fans can see the talent, but it's not always, portrayed in a way that they want. I think it's a frustration in a way that, he's got all this ability, but why are we not seeing it on a regular basis? The consistency thing, that's what some people think, but for me, again, like from my experiences, obviously I can't speak highly of him, and I hope he really kicks on.
Yeah, me too. We've got a couple of super chats. FBF1 Sports, thank you for joining the academy, and also if you're watching FBF1 Sports, you've now automatically been entered into the 12 days of Paddock Christmas giveaway as well. All of our members are up for all 12 of those prizes. We'll be announcing those prizes this weekend. But basically, from the 25th of December to the 6th of January, we're going to be giving away a prize every single day to our members. It's randomly drawn, so all you have to do to be in with a shout of winning all of them is join the membership. There's a button underneath to click to join the membership. You get extra content, and also every year we do a little giveaway to say thank you to our members. It's not too late to join. Like I said, if you join the membership now, you'll be entered to all of those 12 days of Paddock as well. Bill O'Reilly, who's been a member for 36 months, will very much be in the draw, says, why is Scotty stuck out of the way like some sort of drunk uncle on Christmas Day who has had to sit on the kids' table? Why are you?
Jay,
we had this discussion the other day, didn't we?
It wasn't a discussion so much.
Do you know what?
Was it, Jay?
Why do I get the blame for this? Joe's the in charge of the WatchAlong.
Joe's far too nice for me to wind up.
Passing the book. Look at him passing
I
the book
said,
like
I've known Scott for 20 years, can we have him on the main table? And Joe said, no. And I'm not discussing it any further. That was literally the conversation we had, and I'm sorry, Scotty. I tried my best.
Oh, this is a good question, actually. Jason McAvoy, I've not thought about this. He says, what time are Newcastle playing tonight, Ethan? They're not playing tonight, why not? They've all got a day off. That's weird. I'm sure you finished 7th, didn't you? That should get you European qualification. That's weird. FBF One Sports said that you don't become the 12th on all-time United goals unless less than 10 away from being in the top 10 if you're a bad player. Benjamin Matthias has joined the membership. Thank you very much. As has Ryan Belmont. And Joel, who's been a member for 40 months, says, have you guys heard Arsenal set-piece coach Nicholas Yova has been given his own mural in London? Yeah, I did see that.
That's the saddest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
like, genuinely. Isn't it? Arsenal fans, just, when I hear things like that, it almost makes me want the Scousers to win the league. Yeah. Just fuck off.
Yeah, it is embarrassing.
I'm sorry.
Scotty, you're not
Wow.
See what I mean?
You know what?
Do you know why
Scotty in the
that
mind's
is? Because
fine.
I said to Jay, Scotty should sit there. So when I look over there, I think
Scotty, do you want to?
No, stay there.
Okay. I can't be close to it.
Mental here.
I can't be close to it, you know.
Wow. How's the RH getting treated like this? It's mental, isn't it?
Really
I get it from both barrels, man. I get it from him, and I get it from him.
You've got a bad streak of snapping at people.
Honestly.
He has.
Do you know what I mean?
All his front for the
Snapping.
camera, like you're nice guy.
Mate, what if I pretended to be a nice guy for the camera?
Ryan, I want to talk to you about...
Full names now.
What is his name?
It's Hopper.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Hopper. I want to talk to you about Chido Obi Martin, who you were coaching this week. Obviously, probably the most well-known academy player in Europe at the moment in terms of United got him from Arsenal. He's been an absolute goal-scoring machine. I think he's now broken the record for the most goals ever scored in under-18s football in Britain, I think, or certainly in England. You were training, coaching him one-on-one, trying to take him to that next level. I've got loads of questions, but initially, what was it like working with him? What struck you immediately about him as a player?
Again, it was a pleasure meeting him and working with him. Fantastic potential. First thing that I noticed was how tall he was.
Yeah.
How tall he was, big, powerful. He's got absolutely everything. Potential-wise, it's through the roof. Obviously, both feet. Was working on all variations of finishing and 1v1s, and we just, again, no stone left unturned with the work that we was putting in. And really good, really nice kid. Very quiet. Very wants to work hard. He keep his head down. He understands the task at mind, and he just wants to get in that first team. He's hungry for opportunities, hungry for goals, and I think it's going to come a really good opportunity for him in the next coming months.
Can I just ask, because some people might not know what you do and how this happens, just talk us through that. How did it all come about?
So his agent reached out to myself and asked availability to work with one of his players that he's got. Didn't mention any names, just said that he's got a young talent who's at Man United who wants to have some of the RH work and come down and get the work into taking to that next level. So worked everything out, managed to get the facility, which a big shout out to Ashton United, local non-league club for allowing me to use the facilities. Fantastic club and people down there, and got the full-size goal and we got to work.
What? So he just turned 17 2 weeks ago.
Just turned 17.
So to say that already, I know obviously he's not going to grow another 2 feet, but there's still room for him to get bigger and stronger and like.
Don't know how.
How tall is he roughly? Like
made me look like a little stump.
Really?
on that, I had a photo with him like I always do at the end of the sessions, I think he's about 6'6" or 6'7" already.
Really?
I think so. Yeah, he's a big lad,
Bloody
big, strong, powerful. But again, when you're at that height, you would think like certain technical aspects would he struggle with, would that intensity and he was really, really sharp, really strong, and really excels in all areas.
And when you say it excels in all areas, obviously like his goal scoring, just his numbers are just ridiculous. Like 30, I think. More goals than games basically, and has done basically his whole life, and he's playing a year or two above his age, and he has done his whole career as well. I say career, he's a kid, but what was it in particular? Is it his movement? I know you're not running drills with defences and full teams, but his movement, his touch, his finishing, what is it about him that you think is sort of different to? We can never say what he's going to be as a 25-year-old, but different to kind of kids at his level, that he is like the best goal scorer in England at his level.
I think obviously we talked about it with the Marcus stuff, his consistency.
Right.
With the scenarios that I was putting him, everything was like in areas where I feel, having looking at his game and studying his game as a coach, I felt like put him in them areas because I feel like that's where he exploits the most. So obviously I'd done my research and put him in them areas, and the attention to detail in terms of his finishing, variation of finishing, when and where to use certain techniques, fantastic. And that's on both sides as well.
Yeah.
Obviously there was a lot of coaching and a lot of detail, but the fundamentals was certainly there in them areas. There wasn't a lot of try this or try that. Yeah, that was happening, but obviously on a regular basis his decision making was very, very good.
One thing I was worried with young players is, have they got the sort of feet on the ground? Do you get a good vibe off them? Do you think they've got that level of almost maturity that you need? Because we know that most young players at United have talent.
Yeah.
This kid has obviously been spoken about a lot. When he was at Arsenal, Arsenal fans had a meltdown when he left because he was so highly regarded. We know he's a hugely talented youngster. Do you think he has got the right sort of, and I hate using the word attitude, but I think sometimes it is appropriate. Do you think he has got that sort of mentality?
Yeah, I think he's hungry. I think he's very quiet. He started the session off very quiet and a bit of small talk and stuff, but you can tell as it grew into the session, he was coming out with shell a lot more conversations, and I think he's hungry to develop and hungry for goals. His agent was saying that's why he's here, to excel and to take him to different levels. And I think it was a cold Sunday, miserable morning in Ashton United, and the young lad just wants to come and wants to develop, and I think that speaks volumes. And I think having watched his games, I think he's got that ruthlessness about him in terms of being a forward and that selfishness and wanting to score goals. And I think certainly in the first team we are missing that sort of ruthlessness, and yeah, I really liked his aura. I liked him as a person, but I love working with him. It was a pleasure.
It's great, and I love that there's players who are going out and doing that. And obviously, I know you don't work with everyone, but is it common? Does everyone at that level seek outside coaching, or is it something that only sort of certain individuals do?
I think it depends what type of player you are in terms of whether you want to develop or whether you're happy to. Not saying everyone's happy to be where they are and where they want to be, but you've always got me as a coach. I try and develop players and maximise potential. So to work with the top players and work with him and all the other Man United lads to try and out them with them game, it gives me great satisfaction. And I think, especially as a young lad who's being talked about the way he's talked about, is to go that extra mile and go and break other records, go and get into the first team very quickly, go and excel. I think that for me is the best thing, and so rewarding to see, and it's great for me to be part of that journey now as well going forward. We're working again on Sunday, and we're just going to keep working week to week and just get him firing.
When you mentioned it there, and when we've had Finn who covers the academy for us, Academy Scoop, he said that look, he wouldn't be surprised if he ends up getting minutes this season in the first team. I know it's obviously early days, you've only worked with him briefly. Could you see that happening this season? Him getting some
there's
minutes?
Potential. I think for me, what I would like the manager to do is manage that though, in terms of where he puts him in terms of whether it's a cup competition or whether it's, we've seen it in the past where you throw young lads in and it's maybe a bit too soon and stuff like that. But I feel like, his attention to detail and his work ethic, and again, we're missing that sort of ruthlessness in front of goal. I feel like it could be very, very good timing for him over the next few months, maybe after Christmas, and again, if injuries occur and stuff like that, I can see that definitely.
It's mad, isn't it, that it's like, even within like this sort of, everyone at United is hyper talented, like the best in the country or thereabouts, and then you've got these certain players that just come along who just seem to be a different thing entirely to even their teammates. How hard is it to tell at this point? Because I know we've seen so many people with such great potential, but do you see something? I know you said about his consistency, but just like, do you just get the feeling that he's got it? Or is it more
straight away
that?
within say 5 minutes? I knew straight away. And after the session, what surprised me the most is, like he said, I felt rusty. He said, I felt rusty. I've been out for a while. He said, I think he's not played properly in a good while, or 6 months. He said, I just feel a little bit rusty. I feel like the more of this type of intense technical repetition, he said, I just feel like it could take me to the next level. So for him to identify that what I seen wasn't him at full capacity, I was thinking, okay, like what levels could you get to then? Because I don't know whether everyone's seen the video, and I think the output and the variation is there for everyone to see. I know
you said you've seen him again at the weekend.
Yeah, this week, yeah.
Do you kind of like try and up what you're doing, or is it a case of the club are doing that and you're here to keep him sharp, or how do you kind of cycle it through like a program, or is it just a day by day thing?
I don't. I get asked this quite a lot. I don't have any conversations with the club. Right. Obviously, the players come to me from an outside source, so. Again, I don't have any conversations with clubs or dialogue with the club. I just do what I feel is beneficial for the player. I'll study the player and I'll put a session on tailored to what I think would take them to the next level, and position related as well.
I love it. It's so good, isn't it, that he's like going out his way to do more and do extra. And I think it gives me the feeling that he thinks he's got that like potential to him as well. But like you said, without it being like, yeah, I'm the shit. I score every week. He's doing it the right way, and he's putting his excitement and confidence in himself back into himself with doing more. Like I love seeing that.
Yeah, that's my only worry with players like that is obviously injuries, or have they got the right sort of maturity levels?
I think he's managed properly in terms of dropping him in, dropping him out. I just I don't want to be thrown in the deep end and where you go right, because there's a lot of obviously expectation on him. There's a lot of talk around him. So I feel like if he's managed properly, and again, you judged on performances. So what he's doing for the 18s is off the charts. So obviously, as a football club, it's in their best interest to develop their players the best that they can, and don't hold him back as well. But at the same time, manage him. Because I think it's very important.
You've worked with Langer, haven't you?
Yeah.
And he was a player for me who I don't think he was managed very well at United.
I agree. Yeah.
But there was this sort of spell where you remember the game against Leeds and the game against Atletico Madrid, he got some goals, and it was like, he's doing really well, and then it was like he was played every week.
He's played at wing back by the end of his time.
Yeah, and he just looked like a lad to me. You got the impression he was losing a little bit of his confidence, and that it wasn't a great time for the team. Ralph Rangnick was struggling, and I get that, you go like, okay, who are the players who are going to give me the role? He was one of them. I understand all that, but I just don't feel like he was managed. And then he went through this spell where he was just getting like 30 seconds at the end of the game, a minute, and it was just like, there's a player there that I'm not saying he definitely would have made it United or whatever, but it wasn't handled the best way, I feel.
Anthony was, and again I still speak to him now, like he's another one. When I first seen him, I was like, this lad's like got a bit left, right, explosive, 1v1 stuff, so quick, so powerful, had the variations and combinations of skills, tricks, but he had the end product. And then I see it where he breaks in, he does really well, scores last minute against Wolves, and he's starting to do well in the Leeds game. Next minute, he's playing at wing back. He's not a wing back, you know what I mean? Like, just manage your plays. But maybe at that time, that was the way the club was, and he probably needed to do that, which is great for the team. But for his own development, it probably killed him at United. But again, he's gone on to Forest. I know he's not really playing a lot at the moment, but he's done well since he's gone there.
I think, was it Newcastle wanted him for quite a bit?
50 million, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Brilliant, right? Cheers, mate.
Hey,
I love that you're doing that, and hopefully, like you said, the more you see him, the more you can sort of.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm excited by it. Obviously, it's a challenge for me, and that's what I love with my role is, taking these players on and developing them and trying to take them to that next level. Because again, I'm part of that journey now, so that gives me great satisfaction. So brilliant. Up the RH.
Up the RH, yeah, no pressure. You just got, the saviour of our club.
Absolutely.
Right, have a nice night, lads.
Yeah, have a nice night. Now, let's look at the team news again, because I want to go back through that as we approach kick-off. 13 minutes. Oh, no, not 30 minutes. 30 minutes till kick-off. It's 5:45 kick-off, which in itself is mad. Onana, Mazraoui, Delic, Martinez, and then we've got Delot, Fernandes, Casemiro, Malacia, Rashford, Ahmad, Xerxes. Scotty, what have you made of Ruben Amorim at United so far? Because it's been a mixed bag results-wise, stuff going on off the pitch as well that seems to be dragging the club down. What have you made of him?
I don't know. Some people were probably expecting a honeymoon period that we're going to go on the whole cliche bounce of a new manager and get a load of wins. But I've appreciated his pragmatism with it, really. I think he's trying to still understand what his strongest 11 is. Yeah. Can he play the system he wants with the players that he's got? How is he going to do that? So he said himself that it's going to take a work in progress, and we are going to hit bumpers a lot of the time, and it's what's happening recently with the Arsenal game. I think Forest was a bit of a disappointment. I think you can sort of take the Arsenal defeat, especially in the context of the set piece. Stoke FC that they were copying, but the Nottingham Forest one did feel a little bit like a kick in the balls. But now for me, he's got to start getting fine tuning and finding what his strongest 11 is. Yeah. But one of the quotes this week from him was about the Europa League. Yeah, you can get into the Champions League through it, but he wants to concentrate on winning the Premier League. And I was like, yes! Yeah. None of this. Let's emulate Man City's success. That's the sort of manager I want to say, look, okay, we know we're far away from the Premier League, but that's got to be our focus rather than getting the top four. Yeah. So he's saying all the right things. It's going to take a lot of time. But the football, despite the results, has been a lot more entertaining to watch. I've been impressed by our press. Has been a hell of a lot better. Spent a lot more time in the opponent's box. Some of the players are taking a while to get used to his system, but if you look at the likes of Mazraoui and Ahmad, they've been sensational under him. They really have. I think the rest have probably got to pick up their pace, but it's going to take time for them to get in this new structure.
We were saying yesterday, me and Jay were chatting about this, Ryan. Do you think, is there any reservations with you at all about the fact that we've never played 3-4-3 before as a club, for any extended period of time? I know maybe a game here or there over the last 10 years. But now we've brought in a manager who doesn't really use wingers, which is something that United have always had. We need these extra number 10s. We now need wing backs, and people like Rashford and Garnacho might be the people who are sort of don't really have a home under this system. Let's say he comes in. We have a summer. We finish 6th or 5th this season, whatever it may be, even 4th. We have a summer where we have a clear out. We maybe get rid of the likes of Rashford, maybe a Luke Shaw or a Dallo goes as well, and we bring in players for his system. If he doesn't start next season well, he might be gone by the end of next year, and all of a sudden we've changed the whole shape of the squad, the makeup of the squad. Then we have to go back to getting wingers in again, who are going to cost more than number 10. Does it worry that it's a massive, not just kind of tactical, but also positional and personnel kind of change? Does that worry you at all?
No, not really.
No.
Obviously, the club would have done obviously the due diligence in terms of how he plays, and would they want to go down that road? I think it's nice to see a manager with that aura and that. What's impressed me is the way he looks after lads in terms of a management perspective. It comes across like he cares about the lads, wants to with a rotation, he wants to give everyone opportunities and stuff like that. I think that's fantastic and fair play to him, but there's going to have to be a lot of work on the training pitch. I'm sure there has been already in terms of the style and the philosophy and the demands, technically, tactically, for the lads, and I think it will be a bit of a culture shock because we've not had it. But I think it's important that everyone buys into that, because if there's people pulling one way and the managers pulling another way, I think that's where problems can happen. But he seems like he's got the ship steady, and I think if lads don't fit that system, I think that they won't be here for too long. I think he's got that bit of an edge about him and that sort of that ruthlessness, but also at the same time he's giving everyone an opportunity, which I like to see as well. I'm excited to see. I do think they need, obviously, as everyone know, we need to get rid of a few and bring a few in to suit that sort of style. Yeah,
that does scare me a little bit.
What's that?
Just this idea that we're going to have to change the sort of fundamentals of the squad for Amorim's system, to not even for it to work, but just to see if it works. And then if it doesn't, or let's say we get new players in, we implement this style to the best of its ability, and we're still not quite good enough, then we have to get rid of him and start again with someone who presumably is going to need new wingers in, not as many 10s, not as many centre backs, full backs instead of wing backs. I don't know. I just hope that we go all in on him.
No,
I kind of half-arse it, set him up for failure, and then we've spent 300 million quid flipping the squad one way, and then we're going to have to spend another 300 getting it back before we can even build again. We need to completely back him here.
Yeah, I agree. I think we do need to back him. I think I understand your point. A lot of the players that play in these positions, though, they can play in both. When you talk about wing backs and full backs, I know it is not the same. Yeah. But some of them, you bring in someone who can play at a wing back, 9 times out of 10 they've started off as either a winger or a full back anyway, so they can adapt if it didn't. Worst case scenario, I do get your point. As again with the wingers and the 10s, that is slightly different. But the trouble we've had at United is we've wasted so much money on players that aren't good enough. Yeah. You look at our wingers. One of them's doing really, really well for Chelsea. The other one is probably going to end up leaving on a 60 million loss, if we get, even 20 million for Anthony. Marcus, we've already spoke about. We don't know what's going to happen with him. He's, certainly been the most productive out of all those. We love Amad Diallo. Garnacho, I know he's only a kid still. There's still a little bit of question, just what level is he going to get to? Yeah. I know we didn't spend any money on him. And Palestri, we didn't bring for a lot of money, but he's already gone, already bought him and sold him. So that's been the biggest issue with a lot of these players, is some of them, you think actually the profile might work if they were as good as we thought they were going to be. Someone like a Jadon Sancho, I know he's played in different positions. He could have fitted into this team if he'd have played as well as he did at Dortmund, but he didn't, and he was never going to do it at United. So I just feel like it's not necessarily as much as are we going to get the players who can fit the system. What happens if it doesn't work out with them? It's are we going to get decent players? We wasted so much dough on some of these players, and even the ones that you think that's a banker at. You can't go wrong with bringing in a Casemiro. I'm not saying we have gone wrong with him, but there's a chance that he's going to leave in the summer and it'll be a little bit underwhelming on the whole.
Yeah.
Like, even the ones that you think nailed on, that's a great signing, it's not quite worked out at times. And that's the thing that Ineos have got to get right. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. Just one thing before I finish is, because of PSR, you haven't got the scope we've had in the past where you go out and you spend, I don't know, you get in a Romelu Lukaku, whatever, then it doesn't work out, so you go out and you get someone else in, you go for a different striker, you bring in a Cavani, whatever. Got to be more mindful of the fact it's almost 1 in, 1 out now in terms of transfers.
No, definitely. I just think, to answer your question, Joe, I think maybe that's what it needed, though. Maybe, like, obviously it's not worked under this and that. Maybe this refresh of an idea and a philosophy maybe might be the best thing for the football club. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you, RH. And it'd be one thing if we were losing an identity from transition from Ten Hag into Amorim, but it just seemed massively at odds. Before him, we had the Rangnick, car crash. Solskjaer, what was the identity there in terms of a football club? So it's not like we're going from one to another. It's nice to actually, if this one doesn't work out, we'll have an identity to move on from. But it's nice to have a manager that's coming in with such a steadfast idea about how he wants to play football. Yeah. And I think what we can see now, what's different than previous managers, is within the first sort of 4 games, you can see the hallmarks there, the blueprints lay out as to what he wants to do. Okay, might not be able to all do it, but we have an idea and an understanding. Whereas we look under Ten Hag, 2.5 years in, we still didn't have any clue. So now it's like we know the positions, but we just need to get the premium players to fill them roles.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I think, especially by the end with Ten Hag, I think a worry that I have, and I don't mean to be all worries here, because I just feel like the longer we go on without titles, they don't seem to be getting any closer. But I feel like if you'd have said 8 months into Ten Hag's tenure, do we have an identity or the makings of one? I think most people would have said yes. And my worry is, and I don't know if it's particular personnel, I mean, if it is particular personnel, it could only be Bruno, Rashford, Shaw, Dalot, who were there then, who are here now, so I'm not saying it is them. But like, then 12 months on from that, it looks like we're clueless again. Like, that's my worry is, do they buy in short term because it's a new manager, they want to prove themselves, and then all of a sudden, once again, well, I can't really be arsed running all this time. I can't be arsed tracking my man. If he's going to go past me, well, I'll let Mainu have him. And if he's going to drop back in deep, I'm not going to track him and be pulled out of position and maybe get embarrassed. I'll just stay on the halfway line and let them build up. And like all these things that slowly sort of get eroded and slip away to the point where no one's really doing the job you want them to do. Everyone's doing like a 70% version. And then you look back to like you've got no sort of style of play again. And I'm not saying that Ten Hag was amazing, it's all the players' fault, but I do worry that sometimes like look at City now, they look a little bit clueless, especially defensively, and obviously they're being told what to do and they're being guided, but when things go wrong, it all looks wrong. So I just hope that we don't abandon it too soon. Just a little bit on Viktoria Plzeň, and then we'll go through their team. There's not really, at first I thought there's no one that I'd heard of, and then you see number 11 there, Vidra. That is the Vidra who played for Burnley and Watford and scored a bagload of goals in the Championship. So he's obviously a well-known player. I'll go through the team, not that it's particularly enlightening. Jedlicka, Hader, Serv, Vidra, Mosquera, Kadu, Kalvac, Havel, Jerka, Dway, Metsoko. I'm not particularly aware of any of these. They've had, though, weirdly, like us, they're unbeaten in the Europa League this season. But not just that, they've had the exact same Europa League run. I love this.
He loves this.
They start like we did. They started their first 3 games with 3 draws, and then they've won their last 2. Like, it's exactly the same that United have done, and they are, for that reason, 1 point below us just on goal difference. Are you worried about them? Do you when we play I know you don't know much about them, but just the fact that they're a team used to winning in their domestic competition. They've had a decent run in Europe. They've beaten the likes of Real Sociedad in recent weeks, who can cause anyone problems. Are you worried about them as an opposition?
I think you should always respect the opposition, no matter who you play, whether you're playing, Ashton United or like we're playing tonight. I think you should always give them the respect that they deserve. But again, I expect it to be comfortable for us tonight. And if anything, this might be a nice little exercise for the new manager just to come in and hopefully it's a game where we just enlight everything, all the ideas come together and we have a right good comfy little 5-zip or something like that. It'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Remember those days?
Remember them days. United have got the best pass accuracy of any team in the competition so far.
That's the real quiz.
And that is obviously the real quiz. But that's one thing I do. Obviously, 3 of those 5 games weren't Amorim, so I'm not. He can't take all the credit. But I think that extra possession, holding the ball a bit more, is something that he wants. And he mentioned about the strikers as well, that we'll have to see who it is playing up front. You said before about him being flexible. Do you like this extra possession, extra control stuff, or do you think sometimes that can come at the expense of real directness and danger?
No, I like it. I think me, as when I played, for example, I was more of like a technical player, and I like that sort of style and that philosophy where you keep the ball and you're very patient and wait for opportunities and then look to break lines and progress the play. No, I'm a big fan of it. I like it rather than that sort of, again, it's an idea, it's a philosophy, there's a pattern to everything. That pass is there because it's detailed and there's a story to the pass and stuff like that. I'm into that rather than play long, pick up a second ball like that. That doesn't fulfill me with any. It's ugly to watch. I prefer it like this. There's a fine line though. I will say there's a fine line between total football where it's boring and then excitement. I think at the moment he's got to find that where it's exciting rather than just go, well, we've had the ball for 75-80% of possession. But what have we done? How many shots have we had? There's got to be a purpose to why we're keeping the ball, and then end up scoring goals because the game's scoring more than the opposition. So that's what's got to be done. Yeah,
he's spoken about the positions and play, and he said we're trying to find out what's best for every player. Today we're going to see Ahmad a little bit further up the pitch, and we're learning during games. So we need to face different opponents with different characteristics. That's kind of what we said about him being a number 10. We want to see exactly how good he is. Do you worry at all, Scotty, that every game we play, I mean, maybe this sort of game aside, not that we're guaranteed to win, but they're not a top side. Like, we've got Tottenham in the League Cup, we've got Arsenal in the FA Cup, or vice versa, whatever it is. Like, can he afford to do this? How long of a grace period does he have where it's like 30% win rate before people go, well, I don't care that he was experimenting, trying to find his best side, we've just got to start winning now? Because that happens eventually, doesn't it?
Yeah, there will be a turning point where you saw the masses go like, right, well, this obviously is, we want the new shiny thing across Europe. Yeah. Usually I'm the first cynic at the front of that line. But I think that I'd give him to the end of the season, personally. I think we have to give him that long because there's that amount of work that needs to be done. He spoke a hell of a lot as well about I want to get RH's point of view on this, like the physicality of the players and sort of how they're sort of like seem to be out of shape and they could be bigger than they are, and is that sort of an after effect from the previous coaches. But in terms of tonight's game, they're not supposedly a possession based team, so it gives United a good chance to get on the ball and sort of maybe create an identity, and they go for the attack. We've never ever won on Czech soil.
Really?
Wow. Never.
Really? How many times have you played on Czech soil?
A few.
Great. Perfect.
There you go. You see,
you don't get that.
It went from being very statistical.
I was impressed with that stat.
Completely vague there.
So, on occasion,
they've had 2 brilliant players that have played for them in their career in the modern era.
How brilliant?
World class in their positions, I'd say.
Play for Viktoria Plzeň?
Yeah.
Are they both Czech?
Yes.
Nedved.
Nedved.
Just going to say, yeah. And
Patrick Berger.
No.
Milan Baroš. Is he even Czech? I don't know if he is. Czech.
Not sure about that.
Get your thoughts in the comments on that.
You just said it.
Who?
Peter Cech.
Peter Cech.
Really? Yeah.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Let me just check Milan Baroš. He is Czech. Not that he was world class.
They've had some players, haven't they, over the years? The
Czech Republic.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have actually. We've got a few super chats. Let me go through some of these. Boyo says, who else remembers the Pillsbury Doughboy then? You must do.
You must do.
Well, if it's about remembering stuff, you were there. It's just whether you can remember it.
Yeah, I remember him well. I love all that.
Yeah.
Is he the guy that was like was he covered in flour? Yeah.
I think he was made of flour.
Well,
he was made of dough.
Right. So I remember
which is essentially
from
flour.
The Sopranos. I remember him from when that guy's doing sniff, and Christopher says, "You look like you've been French kissing the Pillsbury Doughboy." That's what I remember.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
FBF1 Sports says, "You don't be." Oh no, I've read that one. Joel, have you guys heard? Oh no, I've read that one. Great. Ryan Belmont has joined the academy. Thank you very much. Apna Bidu King Eric says, we can't even back a manager consistently for more than 2 years, and yet we want consistency from a squad. Funny. That is a bit of an issue, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, No, that's the weird. United are just this weird club, right? We're so different than anyone else, like, because most of us of a certain age are used to success and have had success and have seen these sort of riches that other clubs can only dream of. Yet for the last 11 years, for a lot of those years, we've been bang average, and we've got a squad of players that aren't quite good enough. So there's like a certain level of expectation and standard, but yet we don't often get anywhere near that.
No.
So it's this weird, and also we get far more publicity than any other club, certainly in England, if not the world, because it sells papers and everyone knows that there's more United fans or there's more attention about United. So you're just in this weird spot. If we just change that slightly, has anyone seen Kyle Walker's been sharing some stuff, the City player, on his social media?
Yes.
Pretty grim. Someone just messaged me about it saying, have you seen Kyle Walker's Instagram? I was like, no. So forgive me, because my phone's always going berserk on a match day. And I was looking at it and I was just thinking, it's disgusting. He's been getting some racial abuse on socials that he's shared. And I get why he shared it, because he's calling it out. You just think, who's abusing Kyle Walker for starters, right? Because even if you're a City fan who's unhappy with his performances, he's won everything for you.
Yeah.
So that doesn't make any sense. And if you're not a City fan, why do you care if he's not playing well for him?
It's
Like,
just it's
there's
mad.
no logic, and there's no logic to racism anyway. But there's certainly
Yeah.
no logic to him getting trolled.
I just think as well, like, it's crazy to me that with social media, and we're so used to it now. But it's mad that someone like Kyle Walker, who does his job, is so prominent, is so famous and wealthy and successful at what he does and all that, and he's like, just anyone in the world, including these absolute brain dead morons, can just start a conversation with him and say what they want to him. Like, the fact that social media has normalised that.
Yeah.
Imagine like everyone in the world having your phone number. Like, you'd never get anything done, and yet you can just go on his Instagram, racially abuse him, and that's just the world we live in. I think it's mad that you can just
disgusting.
DM people. I know you can block it and turn it off and all that, and you know, I see why celebrities do, but it is just ridiculous that we just accepted this thing of any human on the planet can just message a celebrity or a footballer, racially abuse them, and then just put the phone down and go to Tesco and get the shopping in. That's absolutely mad. That, I mean, it's horrible for him, obviously.
Yeah, it is mad, and like, you kind of almost forget at times, don't you, that it goes on, and then you get a little reminder.
Yeah.
And it's like, really? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's horrendous. We've got quite a few super chats. Joshua Bowater says, up the RH, enjoyed the clips of you working with Cheeto the other day. His finishing looked elite. The combo of pace / placement of his shooting looked top. Yeah, we've obviously spoken about that, and I think if you haven't seen that, you can either go back or we'll be putting some bits out from that chat as well. James Stewart said, could be playing through serious injuries. No, pardon me. Could playing through serious injuries and getting rushed back be a reason for the decline of Rashford's performances? I definitely think so. I think that's going to play some part of it. I do think there's another thing with Rashford as well, that he's gone from being, like, at his best, I know his best season was the Ten Hag season, but for me, watching him, his most electric, kind of all-round best performances were under Solskjaer, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think he's someone that, maybe of anyone in the squad, is least suited to the sort of modern, tactical, hold your position, track your man, pass the ball here, make that run, turn that way, turn this way, breathe when I tell you to, kind of detailed system. I think at Real Madrid he would thrive. I think at a club where it's a little bit more, here's how we set up, but you do the rest yourselves, lads. And I think under Solskjaer it was a bit more like that, and we saw this creative, intelligent, kind of tricky, dynamic footballer. And now more so and more so, and this is what modern football is, he's being asked to be you stand here when he's got the ball, here's the activation for this run and that press. And I don't necessarily think that suits his game, which doesn't help Man United long term, because that's what we're moving towards. So, you know, I think that might be a bit of an issue. But I do think he's hurt by that more than a lot of players. He's a creative, freely expressing player, and being asked to not do that under successive managers, I do think limits some of what's good about him. And we are going to see less of that exciting Rashford and more of the just, is it a goal or an assist? And if not, he probably didn't have a good game, personally.
You kind of saw it, didn't you, when he burst onto the scene? I think it was an interview with Morgan Schneiderlin who said that Martial and Rashford shone under Louis van Gaal when they burst on the scene because they didn't listen to him. He said he'd be giving them all these instructions, and they just ignored him because they were so young. And I don't think Martial's. I think Van Gaal spoke to Martial in English, and his English wasn't great. And he said, like, you could tell that these young lads just did their own thing, and Van Gaal didn't mind because they scored goals and won football matches. Jose came in and was obviously a little bit more tactical. Marcus say slump's a bit of a stretch, but he didn't perhaps shine as much under Jose as he did under Ollie. Ollie obviously had a bit more arm around his shoulder, go and express yourself, like you were saying there, Joe. Plus, you had, let's not forget, the part of the issue with Marcus you've got now is he's almost like your main goal scorer.
Yeah.
He's the one who, over the last 2 or 3 seasons, has been the one who's getting the most goals. Where, under Ollie, I think Martial outscored him. Mason, when he came into the side, his goal ratios were better.
As well,
there was a spell when Cavani came in, but especially with those, like when Marcus was flying, that front three that we all thought I thought anyway was going to be our front three for the next decade. It wasn't just all on him, and it was like it balanced out. Then you had Cavani coming in. Then you had obviously it sort of went a bit south. More recently though, after that 30 goal a season, I mean, who was he alongside that season? Was it Wout Weghorst?
Yeah,
who got no Premier League goals that season. You need other, it's not all on him to get the goals. You need other people to step up. And I think last season we saw it a little bit with Højlund. He got, 16 goals in all competitions, which is a decent return. But I think if Marcus is part of an attack where other people are scoring and he's scoring, everyone's happy. I think the problem is if you're relying on him as your main goal scorer, I don't think he's that guy. I don't.
Yeah. I think what Joe's saying about is right in terms of a style, because with Ollie we was hitting everyone on the break, weren't we? Was so counter attack, and it was raw, wasn't it? He could just be very direct. I think under Ten Hag he was very inverted. He was trying to play like diagonal balls. He was trying to like pop it into midfield rather than getting it in the final third. And like I talked about before, he's just getting at the defenders. That's where he's best. Going 1v1 and expressing himself, cutting him back or getting shots off. So yeah,
it's just, and fundamentally, if that is an issue and that isn't going to work under Amorim, then maybe he will leave. I'm not saying that it's like we shouldn't play with a modern structure just because it doesn't suit Rashford, but I do think that he would look more himself in one system more than another, and again that might be a limitation of his, which would be unfortunate, but I do think that that's something I'm not really seeing people talk about, the fact that he isn't the sort of player that is good in a box. He's good when he's gets to do what he wants, which less and less modern football is about that, unfortunately, which is a bit of a shame. Garlic Bread Man says we're winning 2-0, boys. I'm from the future, so I can't be wrong. Well, we've got 5 minutes till kick-off. Let's get some score predictions in. Get them in the comments. Scoreline and goal scorers. I'll start with you, Scotty. Paint me a picture. What will we see today?
I think tonight, that after the few games that we've not won on Czech soil, I think tonight we will definitely see
the undetermined amount of games.
There's been a few. I think United will win. I'm expecting the Xerxes, Ahmad and Rashford link up to work pretty well. I think these not possession type team, so I'm quite confident. I'm going for 1-0.
Good luck.
Absolutely blowing them away 1-0. I'll get some of the comments. Danny says 2-0 United. Anthony Jones says 4-1. RH.
Yes.
What we're seeing today? How's it looking? Paint me a picture. Like
I'm Van Gogh, so I'll paint you a picture.
Louis Van Gogh.
Louis.
Paint me like one of your French girls.
I think everything. I'm quite confident. Again, no disrespect to the opposition, but I'm quite confident that we'll see everything come together this evening. It would be nice to see a little 3-0, 4-0, nice comfortable one, and experimenting and giving people minutes, and even individuals I like to see maybe Xerxes grab one or get two, get his confidence up, and I think hopefully, again, not underestimating anybody, but hopefully it's a comfortable performance.
Yeah. Speaking of comfortable performances, Jay's struggling to get the dairy milk.
Sorry, I'm going to do it now. Sorry, I know I'm scared of making noise, which makes more noise.
First he snaps at me and then he interrupts me while I'm talking. Like, you know what I mean? This is getting beyond.
I'm sick of all the grief I've been getting off you little weasels. Just keep your mouth shut, yeah.
What's your score prediction? You said 2-1 to Viktoria Plzeň on the preview.
Yeah, but that's before I saw the team.
No.
Well, it was.
No.
I thought I'm not going to be playing. Which shows what I know. I think we'll win now, looking at that team. I think we'll win comfortably.
Now you're full of chocolate and
Now I'm full of chocolate, and desire. I think we'll win 4-0.
Yeah.
What about you, Joe?
Well, yeah, I'll get to that. Dan C agrees. He says 4-0. Alfie McShane, 4-1, Rashford hat-trick. It would be weird, wouldn't it, because I know he's not smashing it, but he's on course for 30 goals and assists this season, Rashford. He's got 10 already. Like, he could easily have a 30 goals and assist season where he keeps playing exactly how he is, and everyone still thinks he's shit, and yet he's had, like, other than Mo Salah, the best return of any winger in the Premier League. Saka.
Don't you think it's absolutely insane that Grealish has gone 44 games without a goal?
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
Like, can you imagine that now?
That's incredible.
Like, if that was at United. Like, if Marcus goes 4 games, or if any of them go, wow, they get criticised and questioned.
Yeah.
44. I know he's not always starting, but he's still getting a lot of minutes.
Well, if he's played 44 games, he's played 44 games, hasn't
yeah.
he? It's not like...
He cost 100 million quid, and he's Jack Grealish. He's not shit.
No, it's ridiculous, that.
You can extend that out to Man City as well, though. If you look at the sort of press we were getting during Ten Hag's demise, that was so excessive compared to, they've won 1 game in 10.
Yeah.
Lost 7.
7 losses as well. That's
I know,
massive,
and it's no way near the sort of like scrutiny that United get for anything.
No. And it is. I know, obviously, he's not going to get sacked because of what he's won, but it's almost like none of this is Pep's fault. It's all just Rodri's injury, and anyone
It's
would
acceptable
lose 7
excuse.
out of 10 if we were them. You think, well, no one else gets those sorts of excuses. Just
It
because
just goes
Pep's a
to show,
genius,
doesn't
and
it?
he is, that doesn't mean he's infallible and his team losing 7 out of 10 games isn't on him whatsoever.
Do you know what it is, right? It's because no one really gives a shit.
No, they don't know.
They don't. They can win all the trophies they want, and they can lose all the games. Deep down, no one fucking cares.
No, they don't.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you think tonight's game will have an impact on how we play on Sunday? Because I saw that last night. I thought we'll win tonight, it'll be really impressive, and then struggle.
We need to win this.
Do you know?
I do feel like we'll struggle against City on Sunday, no matter what. But if we win tonight,
It kind of worries me a little bit with the City thing as well. Like, it's gone that long. Just the law of averages. He's not going to lose every fucking game.
No.
Do you know what I mean? They're going to win more than just 1 every 10. And they have still got like players like Haaland and stuff who can hurt you. So
Yeah, definitely.
I just fucking hate City. I don't.
Is Foden injured? Why is he not playing?
There's another one. Oh, a player who didn't he win Player of the Year last year? And now it's just like he don't play, and it's like whatever.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Why?
Yeah,
we run our players into the ground, and when he's having a wobble, he just gets rested for a few months.
Yeah, exactly. He's barely played all season. I think pretty much everyone.
Hey.
David Ellensworth 2-1, Ahmad Brace. Almost everyone is saying a Manchester United win. Foden's been ill apparently.
Okay.
What, since the fucking start of the Euros? Jesus. He's been ill his whole England career.
Wow.
I hope he's all right because you're looking at 6 months in a row. He's been ill now.
Yo.
Right, we're kicked off.
I love the fact Joe gives a shit about England. Like, I always forget about Foden with England, because I don't really care. I just forget it's a thing.
It's like he's got like 2 goals in 40 games as well. He has. He's on the Grealish numbers.
He's a fraud.
Look at this, Mazraoui already. Fraud. No.
That's gonna come back to haunt me on Sunday.
Yeah, because he scores 2 goals every time we play him, Jay. He's unbelievable against Man United, which is the worst thing about it. How many? He's literally got like 9 goals against us in his career. He's only about 25.
It's like a modern day Sean Gower.
Yeah, exactly. Just like it. Very similar play style.
Wow.
I think he might have scored more goals for City against United than anyone actually.
Nah, and Aguero got the record.
Oh, has he?
I think so. I think
up there.
I think Rooney's got the most of anyone in a derby.
Yeah.
I think, and I think Aguero's second. I think Rooney's on 12. Aguero's on 11 or something.
Okay,
But
I think
double
Foden
check
might be
that because I
second then.
might be wrong.
Yeah, I'll have a look. Oh wait, hang on a sec. We've got some of those like World War II names that I've never heard of. Joe Hayes. He's probably not World War II, but I've never heard of him for Man City.
I remember him.
Hayes.
Francis Lee,
Franny Lee never stopped diving him.
and then you've got it is Aguero next after that, and then Bobby Charlton, level with Aguero.
Oh, there you go.
That's
you
good.
see.
Cantona's got 8 as well, and Brian Kidd.
Yeah.
He's cheating though, because 5 of them were for United against City, and 3 were for City against United.
Fraud. Disgusting.
Yeah. He's an interesting character, isn't he, Brian Kidd?
Yeah.
Is he? Would you say he's the only human in the world who is pretty much liked by United fans and by City fans?
I don't think you're allowed to dislike Brian Kidd.
No,
if you're a
everyone
United fan.
likes him.
I don't think you can go. He went to City. I don't think you can. I think that's out of order. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like Dennis Law tackling it.
Lads,
Yeah.
started
Right,
off
he
sloppy,
gets, he gets a pass, Brian Kidd.
Yeah.
And if you ever met him, or you've met him, haven't you? Have you met him?
I'm
At
not
the
sure I have.
Jim Murphy statue of him.
Oh yes.
Just a nice
Oh
guy.
yeah, I have met. Of course I have. Yeah.
Yeah, Ethan's laughing. I
Yeah.
think there was some sort of drama there that didn't involve us or you.
No, we were nothing to do.
Nothing
we
to
were just
do
next
with
to
it.
it.
Yeah, but he is a
So
lovely
we've never
guy.
did him. Yeah. That was a great day. That. Like I said there, Ryan, a little bit of a sloppy start.
Yeah, sloppy, just giving the ball away. No, what a touch that is. Yeah,
Not
just
bad.
giving the ball away a bit sloppy, but
They've got a Crystal Palace kit on for some reason.
Yeah, it's
kit,
very
that,
Crystal
innit?
Palace, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Martinez is a funny one this season, isn't he? He's not quite been the levels that...
No, we've Man United him, I'm afraid to say. When they arrive, we inject you with a serum that takes 12 and a half months to kick in. And then when you do, you're just at our level now. So you can start well, Mazraoui will do it. Like, De Ligt looks pretty good. In 12 months, they'll just be like anyone else.
Yeah.
It's a debilitating serum that infects every single person.
And then he'll leave and become like the best player you've ever seen in your life.
The only one who's sort of got some antibodies against it is Bruno Fernandes, but even he, after the amount we've fucking pumped him with down the years, even he started to succumb to it as well now. It's a hell of a life joining Man United, isn't it? I honestly think it ruined Jose Mourinho's career. If he'd instead of joining Man United after Chelsea, if he'd have gone to back to Italy, or I don't know if there was a vacancy at Madrid, or I don't know who would have had it.
Marcus, heavy touch there, lad.
But if he'd have gone to somewhere where he could win the title, I think he might still be at the top.
He did the worst move as well. Like, going from United, the last place you go after United is Spurs.
Yeah.
That is like pouring petrol on a fire.
Those two moves were
like, after United, go to a club, go somewhere go back to Portugal, or go to Spain, you know what I mean? Don't go to another club. The only club probably in the Premier League that is more of a shambles than Manchester United and you've got less chance of success and yet have expectation is Spurs.
Yeah.
Like, that was such a bad move. And then he lost half his squad, didn't he? Have you ever watched that documentary?
Yeah.
He got him to the FA Cup final, didn't he?
No, the League Cup final. And he got sacked the week of it. So he didn't even get to manage him in that. They brought in Ryan Mason. That's what I mean. He could have had success, but it's a shambles. And Levy sacked him 6 days before the game.
I think he did that on purpose.
Yeah, he knew if he won it. I think if he knew if he won it, he couldn't sack him. And he didn't want to keep him.
I honestly think that's if I was a Tottenham fan, that decision alone would make me know that Daniel Levy overall isn't in it for the success of Tottenham completely.
Nice,
because it's you're literally sabotaging your chance of winning a trophy for your sake of your relationship with
well
that
done,
person.
Zirkzee.
Go on, Joshua.
Go on, Zirkzee.
Brilliant. Go on. Lucky, good play.
I had Odion Igalo levels of does he mean this about it, didn't it? That was great.
I love that.
Remember that touch Igalo did where he looked like he was doing kick-ups and then put it in the top corner? But
is that against Lask?
Yeah, but really he was just trying to get it under control and it took him 4 goals.
I don't believe that for me.
Watch him. A ball! That's a penalty, ref!
Look at that.
He's on the floor like that and it's his arm.
Do you know what that reminded me of? Who was that guy for Wales? Is it Robson Carney?
Robson Carney.
Yeah, do you remember that? Croy Turney did.
Yeah. Was that against Belgium?
Yeah. But it was a bit like watching your dad do a Croy Turney.
Yeah. He happened to have no one near him when he made it. Are we checking for a penalty?
I think so. I think they've listened to you, Joe.
I mean, it does hit
a penalty and a red card.
I think they've heard you, Joe, I think.
And they're usually very strict in the Europa.
No, it's not.
That's a fucking Joe, that. Hey, if that was Liverpool, something.
Yeah, really nice. Look at yeah. Ahmad.
No,
Paul.
Jesus, he's got the United corner syndrome, hasn't he?
He was eating his pasta before the game. Thought, this tastes a bit bitter. What's in this? And then there's one of the staff members that's just put the United serum in it. He's going to lose it as well now.
Honestly, the corners at United are so shit. And they've been shit since forever.
Jeez. Yeah.
Since Beckham left.
Beckenbauer. Yeah, it's a shame. Beckham bowed out, I meant, sorry. Yeah, I hope Martinez can get back to where
I still
and he does more good things than bad
him,
things.
He's just not as consistent as he was when he first arrived. He was unreal.
Yeah.
I think this time now, I think you question everyone, don't you?
Yeah,
because how obviously the times that we're in and stuff. I think you go around the squad and you try and pick flaws in everyone, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, realistically, I don't think Martinez is an issue at all.
Oh,
Zirkzee.
Oh, mate.
What are you doing, son?
Done very well, Bruno, there. That's a great tackle, by the way.
I thought he got the ball there.
Is he
getting a booking for that?
See that one?
Is he getting a booking?
See that there with Zirkzee?
No,
that's just like basics, isn't it? It's like a touch and pass.
I mean,
that shouldn't happen, should it?
No.
Like, especially at this level.
I'd be gutted with myself.
I don't know why I thought that was
a
tackle. He's nowhere fucking near the ball.
He's literally got no one within a yard of him.
Just simple.
He's got an obvious man
play.
on him. He misplaced it by 3 yards.
Yeah, it's not right, that.
No, it's not.
It's mad how quickly people started questioning Zirkzee. Genuinely, still only early days, isn't it? But that's why that Everton game did him a massive favour, didn't it?
Yeah.
Because honestly, even at the ground, you could hear people just not thinking he's that guy.
These are apparently pretty good at set pieces.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
And we're really good at defending them now, so we'll be all right. It's a decent cross in.
And Anna.
Good scored.
Oh, I thought that was dropping in there. And
I
Anna
thought
took
that
a gamble there,
Just
came
took
out,
Casemiro
punched
out there
it.
as well, I think.
When it first went off his head, I thought
I thought that was dropping in.
Yeah.
I think he's punched Casemiro there as well, yeah. He has.
Oh dear. He looks like he's in a bit of pain now. Is he alright?
Don't know. Winded.
Alright.
I think he's just winded.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I think he's winded him. Yeah, he's kneed him right in the sternum there. I mean,
Not a bad delivery that from them, to be fair.
let's have a look.
Nice line from United.
Yeah, it's
Jesus
a proper
Christ.
wind in that. That
Aye.
trailing knee right in his chest.
Andre Onana having a running jump into your fucking stomach. That's
No
not
prisoners,
the one, that, is
though,
it?
mate. No
I
prisoners.
don't mind that. Take them all out.
Giving him the Wolves treatment.
Yeah, exactly. Like what he did against Wolves, but this time he had the courtesy to do it to our own player, so we didn't give a penalty away. It's not an ideal first set piece, though, is it? Where they put a half dangerous ball in, Onana is irrelevant, moves out the goal, doesn't get the ball, and takes out Casemiro.
I think Casemiro's just lay on the floor thinking, fuck is this, man? Not long ago I was winning Champions Leagues every year,
Yeah.
and now I'm playing in Viktoria Plzeň and getting battered off my own keeper.
Yeah.
Welcome
Where
to
did it
United,
all go
bro.
wrong?
Is 300k a week worth it?
Yeah.
Is this even worth it? I don't even need that 350k a week. I've got about 20 million in the bank for what I did at Madrid. Could have had a little.
You can go get that in Saudi, can't you?
Yeah.
Eh?
Could have had a
Absolutely,
testimonial. Could still be living in Madrid.
Yeah.
Probably could have been like, maybe got a little coaching job there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now look
Very
at me.
shaky,
What
lads.
are you doing, lads?
Yeah.
Touch.
Very shit. Looks like that, just bait.
No,
Gotta keep
my
the ball.
God, the standard's
keep
not
the
been great
ball.
so far.
Very panicking, sloppy.
Yeah, it is.
Free kick. No? Okay.
If he'd have gone over, I think he'd have got a free kick there. But he didn't want to risk it, did he? So it was just called square then. But he's not.
Well done.
First 10 minutes, Jay.
Bit nervy, aren't we?
Yeah.
Hey?
This is
I'm
what.
glad
Do you
this
wanna-
is
do you
against
wanna-
Viktoria Plzeň and this isn't at the Etihad. Bloody
Yeah.
hell.
Do you want to change your prediction back to that 2-1 to Viktoria Plzeň?
That's what I predicted on the preview. I said Viktoria Plzeň would win 2-1. Then when I saw the lineup, I got all excited and said United win 4-0. Now I'm somewhere in between. Scotty, you're the voice of reason for me. What's the score going to be? Are you sticking with 1-0?
I think 1-0. It's been
I
a
think that's
proper, it's been a
reasonable.
proper shaky start, and this is the third time that we've played on Czech soil.
So, Sparta Prague, was it 0-0 Sparta Prague?
We played them. Played one.
Was it-
1984 European.
was
Cup
that
Winners'
Dukla
Cup?
Prague or
It was Dukla Prague. and
Yeah,
Sparta Prague.
we lost 1-0, didn't
hell.
we? To one of them.
Yeah.
In one of them.
Onana came out again there before and completely flapped at it.
I mean, I think we give him the kiss of death, Joe.
Yeah.
We started doing videos about how good he is, and then since then he's terrible.
Who's that?
Oh, Nana.
Onana.
We jinxed the poor lad. It's not his fault, it's our fault.
Because we did that video, didn't we, saying that he had a bad game against Liverpool.
Yeah.
We didn't want, like, slagging him off. It was just pointing it out.
Okay.
Oh,
And
go
from
on.
that point onwards, he was amazing.
Yeah.
And then we did a video saying, actually, he
Wouldn't
is
swap
being
him for
really good.
anyone.
And then,
And then next thing you know, he's falling over and letting
I know.
Morgan Gibbs White have a fucking P-roll.
Yeah, that
over
was
it.
poor, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Come on.
Right, we're not doing any
Just
more
need to have a
videos
bit
on
more-
individual players praising him. Yeah?
No.
We can't.
It's all hate now.
Yeah.
It's the only way. If you think someone's good,
We're just going to troll
we'll
everyone.
do a video about how shit
and
they are.
then
They'll make it
they'll
even
turn into
better.
a prime in Roy Keane.
Yeah. Why Mazraoui's been shit for Man United.
Do you know what? That'll probably do views.
Yeah. I mean, weirdly, ever since I sort of said, I think, this might be Ahmad's last season at United, he's been amazing.
Yeah.
So it genuinely is, it does work. Pete, let me know in the comments who you want us to sort of absolutely slag off next and turn their career around.
No, Rashford's.
Maybe it's time we do a Rashford one.
Yeah, we've always praised
Rashford.
Rashford. That's the mistake. We need to lean on him.
my- oh. Go on.
Go on, lad. Right, yeah.
Inside, come in. Oh, well done.
Well
Square it.
played.
Someone needs to get in the box.
Oh, you let it fall out there, didn't he? Did that go out?
Well done. Good defense.
No,
it's not a free
foul.
kick. It's not
I knew
a
he was
free
gonna give that.
kick.
Delo's having a bit of a funny one, isn't he?
Mm.
Yeah.
Another one of your mates, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's having a bit of a bit of a time at the minute, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think with the season that he had last year, obviously really positive. I think a few shaky moments.
I like the low, but he's having it's not been great.
I think I'm glad. I said it in the preview. I wanted to see him back at right back for a bit, because he is. I know he can play left back and he can play left wing back and all that, but I think he's barely played right back or right wing back this season.
No, that's a good point.
I just think like he's been out of position almost every game.
Yeah,
and not that he's been great, but I just think let's at least see him in his correct area before we completely review what he's done. I'm glad that he's playing there.
I think with a manager though, he likes that, doesn't he? He likes to like he's done with Ahmad with the playing obviously on the right, so we can cut in because of the balance of the system. He likes that, doesn't he?
Yeah,
that's the way he likes to play.
Yeah, he does like it. Passing it around a bit.
Just need to take the sting out of the game a little bit, take it a bit of responsibility and someone to get hold of it a bit. Bit panicky, innit?
That's a good pass though. Oh, they slowed down on the pitch loads there.
Yeah.
You can see the way he tackled it, the pitch got chewed up. Like that looked like it landed in water, that. Yeah,
jeez, I've got that soil there.
Had the hose pipes on it.
Ball.
Yeah, that was the band you were in at school, wasn't it? The hose pipes.
There were no pitch and put.
No,
put it that way. Right.
And then
That's
in the
for
80s,
sure.
you changed it to the hose pipe band, didn't you?
Yeah, that was it. Then we fell out.
Yeah. Decided to just hold the ball a little bit.
Keep it a bit. That's good. Wait for an opening. Don't need to force it. Good. Switch it.
Played.
Nice. It was annoying how erratic we looked in those first 10 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I know you're not going to be amazing all the game, but especially after the goals we conceded in the last game.
Nice.
Well done, Marcus.
Brilliant. Go on. Oh, I thought he went down then. That would have been a nasty one, that.
Well done.
Oh, don't back out.
Bruno's asking more from people, isn't he? I don't know what he's saying. Getting it over the top, maybe. Or
I think he was saying
that.
something to Marcy, I think.
Yeah.
It was behind him though, to be fair, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He chopped inside. It was hard. He tried to Cruyff it back in, but a little bit behind him. That's nice. Great feet.
Well done.
Good play.
Space now. Yeah, there you go. He's on. Well done.
Set out the other way. It's poor for
behind him, but the low get it.
He's got to tidy things up, Zirksy, hasn't he?
But so obviously, Ryan, you played it.
Yeah.
You've been a professional footballer. You know these things. Sometimes when I watch Zirksy, little moments like that, I think is that what he's always been like? Because that's not misplacing 10-yard passes is an amateur thing to do. That's not let alone top level Bayern Munich, Bologna, Man United thing to do. Is that a confidence thing, or can he have got to this level and be that that's what he's passing is like?
Look, the Onana. Onana there sort of took his time with that clearance, and the Pilsner lad blocked it.
I think obviously having seen him I always seen clips of him when he first come.
Yeah.
And I think you don't really see that side of his game, do you? You just see the sort of goals and the movement and late runs into the box. I think you don't really see that, but I think any professional player got to have the fundamentals of keeping the ball and nice and tidy, and that one in the first few minutes, touch and pass. That's basic to receive play. It's the details. Looks a little bit messy, and it's maybe that might be a confidence thing in the first touch where he feels like he's a bit panicky and he needs to let things go a little bit quicker. But he's got a lot more time there. Just relax with everything.
But you can't be a professional top league player and consistently misplace
distribution
5 and 10
that. Yeah,
passes,
100%.
Surely not.
No, I agree. The distribution element, especially in that position as well, because he has to hold things up and bring people in.
And that's his game as well.
Yeah. But
he isn't a sort of number 9 last man kind of guy. He is a link-up player.
But as you've seen there, he's dropped in. He dropped into the 10 area, like I spoke about at the start of the game. He dropped into the 10 area, and Marcus went on the shoulder. Marcus was very central and went on the shoulder trying to thing, and obviously Ahmad rotate. He's sort of got that free roll, and you know, Ahmad's got the free roll where he can go anywhere and express himself. We'll probably see that a lot during the game, him dropping into that 10 position, Xerxes getting on the half turn, and then Marcus running in behind as the 9.
Jay getting absolutely pepsied up. How was that?
Yeah, sorry. All these chocolates made me proper thirsty.
So when I talk, he's like rustling them, and then when I'm trying to talk, his hand comes across for like, Is there anything else? Obviously, you got my name wrong as well. Is there anything else? Is anyone else what I'm saying?
The biggest reaction of the night was when I called you Ryan, and everyone lost their head at that, and that is your name. United just on the ball, not really doing much with it at the minute. Can we get a bit more volume, please? I can't hear anything.
Oh, nice, Casemiro. Go on, get at him. That's nice. He's blocked. Good defending that.
Yeah.
That pitch looks thicker than a carpet, though, doesn't it?
It looks proper
barely moving on it. Pub league, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It is. It's a slow one, isn't it?
Pass.
Martinez there up to proper ping that.
That's good. Great ball.
Well played.
Nice.
Well done. Great ball, Casemiro.
Touch. Lad. Maybe down one, sorry, on volume. I've gone a bit too far there. Thank you.
Keep it.
Yeah.
Out the other way.
So that's slow, that ball getting to him there, isn't it?
Yeah. Like Martinez did there, like ping the ball.
Yeah,
That's what they need to do. Probably needs to put a little bit more on him, don't they?
I feel like he's noticed that straight away, Martinez. He's putting an extra 10% on.
Good movement. Poor.
Yeah.
Take care of that.
Right, let's stop them cutting through us now.
Well
done there, Martinez. He's had a good start, Martinez.
Yeah.
Not done anything exceptional, but a couple of them where he's stepped up and won the ball back and stopped them from attacking, which is what he needs to do.
It's nice to see Ahmad drop in them little pockets and get on the ball, innit?
Yeah.
Rather than, isolated a bit out on the wing 1v1. Nice to get him in them little pockets.
There was some sort of old school excitement though when Ahmad's playing right wing back. When he gets the ball.
Yeah.
He's bombing down. You're like, I love that.
Michael Dyson, who's been a member for 34 months, said, I have a girlfriend called Helen. My score prediction is 2-0, up the Reds. I spoke to Helen about this, and she's minded to agree and likes my spirit.
What a lovely message.
What a lovely relationship.
Yeah.
I'm not sure Lizzie's ever liked my spirit, personally, which is a shame. Boyo says United are going to wipe the flour with these lot. I don't know if that's a Pillsbury Doughboy joke or just a spelling error, but either way, I like it.
Yeah.
Tom Warwick says, thank you for keeping us all company with the watch-along. I don't think you guys realise how much it helps some of us. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Tom. Top man.
Tom, good man.
I think we mentioned that one. And Dean Hall and Tom Warwick both joined the membership as well. Thank you very much to both of you. And like I said before, the 12 days of Paddock will start on the 25th of December. If you want to be in with the chance to win all those prizes, one prize every single day for 12 days, join the membership section and you'll be automatically entered into all of the prizes.
Oh
dear. These bloody Pilsners, eh? Go on then.
Hold.
Keep it. Ooh,
well done, that's good play. Out wide, Marcus. Reverse pass, Bruno. It's the wrong one.
And it's a bad pass.
It's the wrong one. That's poor as well. That's the wrong one. He should have gone Bruno.
Yeah.
Right in his path.
And the pass to Rashford was overhit as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's all about the timing. He made Bruno's desire there to get in there. There now, boom, right in his path.
Yeah.
That's poor from Ahmad.
Yeah.
Poor from Rashid, to be fair, as well.
But it's way behind.
Didn't see that on Ashton United, let me tell you.
You might have to have a word.
Yeah. Amram's not happy with it either. There's a little 3-on-2 there, wasn't it? And we should have done more with that.
No, we should have. Yeah, finish them off. There's only a few left.
You sure? Is that
Yeah, it's right. There's only
them chocolates you bought.
I'm right for bed now, me.
He's just lost it.
Hey,
he's
all them chockies.
Absolutely chockified himself.
So I needed that Pepsi Max cherry, having myself up.
Yeah. What's your favourite chocolate, Scotty? Any confectionery, actually. Let's widen it.
I quite like salted chocolate.
Yeah.
Like the salted dark
What,
chocolate.
like crisps?
Like crisps?
Like salt in the chocolate and that?
No. Is it Lindt or whatever?
What, like
Lint.
steak?
Oh, Ahmad, finish.
Ahmad!
Oh,
I don't mind
Jane?
chocolate
No.
with
Oh, like
steak.
like salted
he's
caramel.
doing it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that salted dark chocolate
Yeah,
stuff.
it's banging.
Ethan brought some of that in once, so that was unbelievable.
Oh, did it?
that.
Must have
That's
missed that.
really good. Yeah, you weren't in.
Yeah.
You were in a chocolate coma upstairs. Yeah. So is it? What would you say? Sea salt Lindt.
Yeah, Lindt.
Yeah, that is
Oh,
good.
Lint's elite,
What's
innit?
yours?
Yeah, Lint's good.
Hopper.
I'll eat any chocolate, mate. I'm
Really?
not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm a bit of
Just
a
nondescript.
bit of a- yeah. Yeah, them buttons
Cadbury
are elite.
scoffer.
To be fair, I won't say what I haven't got a sponsorship deal with them, so I can't say the brand and that. But yeah, they're elite. Not the RH.
What's your Such a good little bit of punctuation when you need it, innit? What's yours,
Mate,
Joe?
I miss lockdown, when you used to pop up. Me and him used to do some random podcasts. You'd have like 30 bods on a podcast on Zoom. It was crazy. You'd have more people on the podcast than watching.
Yeah.
Like the concurrent views would be like 4. And there'd be literally like 12 people on the podcast, and then in the corner I just did up the RH. Opera in his car there on his phone, like that, filming himself.
Yeah.
Favourite
Kept us going now.
confectionery, Jay?
Oh,
He's trying to get out of it, isn't he?
He's asking someone what his favourite sweets are.
my favourite what?
Confectionery.
I don't know. I quite like what Scotty said. Them Lindt ones are really nice.
You never had them. You want to go
He's
Ethan before for saying you never had it?
He's gone safe
What?
there.
There's the salted.
No, the Lind balls thing.
Oh, the balls.
Yeah, they're well
okay.
nice.
Not the
Oh,
balls.
right, okay.
I'm talking about the big bars.
No,
Yeah,
you know, like, you know, is it Lind?
Yeah, that's
Lindor is the name.
Lindor.
Lindor,
Oh, Lindor.
yeah,
Sorry.
Lindor.
No,
Not
Lin-
Lind. I'm thinking the wrong one.
No, Lint is the brand.
Right,
Lindor
Lindor. I'm
is the
thinking
name.
Lindor.
Lindor.
The chocolates are
Yeah.
well nice.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
When you
actually,
get the
aren't
box, when you get a box of chocolates, like for Christmas,
yeah.
what's yours like?
Oh.
What's your
I
favourite?
quite like the-
Heroes, celebrations.
they? Oh, Heroes
like-
are the best of the
Yeah.
boxes.
Yeah, they are.
Definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I like a Cadbury's Crunchy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
that's
think they're
decent. that.
fantastic. They are. I like how they get stuck in your teeth. It's basically 2 meals in one. Because I'm picking at that bitch for the rest of the afternoon. Apologies for the language.
You always go with that ghetto, you. No, it's up with you.
Get out. Yeah, I do.
Workshop coming out.
I know the work song. Hey,
United just doing absolutely nothing.
in case you're wondering why we're talking about chocolate, because now it's happening on the screen.
There's a game happening, but it isn't really happening, is it? It's been very sort of patient and I would say lackluster so far. But that's us. I hope at some point we stop being like that. What else do we expect? There's been a couple of times where we tried to sort of get through.
Oh,
There's one and it's
come
not
on.
worked. Well done, Marcus, win it
Well done.
back. Good lad.
Reaction.
And I don't mind him actually trying something there. A bit of a flick to try and get the ball through.
Yeah,
Because otherwise it ended up just being this for half an hour.
But again, like you said before, they're the areas where he can do it.
Yeah.
We might
know
just
what I
be
mean?
doomed, in
Wow.
Czech Republic.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
Why are you fearing the worst here watching this?
Well, just Scotty's,
smash and
Scotty's
grab?
rattled me with his stats. Do you know what I mean? We played, was it 3 times we played there? We
Yeah.
never won.
What, in 150 years?
Yeah.
It's not exactly a great
Right, it might be
sample
one of
size.
those things where, is it Villarreal we never beat?
Yeah.
Like, we're just destined to never
win
in
in Czech.
Czechoslovakia or Czech Republic, either or.
Spanish teams in general we really struggle against.
Do we?
Yeah. We've not lost every time, but we ain't got a good record.
Someone's forgotten the European Cup Winners' Cup final.
Nice.
Go on.
I
Oh,
have actually, yeah.
Hey? Do you know what I mean? That's only 33 years ago.
I think it's one of those things we've done it. Like we beat Barca, I think we
Yeah.
did beat Celta Vigo and stuff, didn't we, under Ole?
Yeah.
But to say that most of the time we're playing teams that are smaller than us in stature in
Yeah.
Europa leagues and stuff, we do struggle.
Our
We
record
do
against
struggle.
Spanish teams is shocking, isn't it? We should have won 2 Europa Leagues under Ole.
Yeah.
Like, we should have beat Sevilla. We should have beat
Sevilla.
Villarreal.
Was Sevilla versus Jose as well? They did. It was.
Oh, yeah, in the Champions League.
Yeah.
What's it? Is it Ben Yedder?
Yeah.
And when
Fucking hell.
it's Sevilla under Ten Hag, where Martinez and Varane got injured.
Yeah.
Who was that?
Yeah, that was Sevilla.
yeah, it was.
Where David De Gea had the worst game I've ever seen anyone have for
In
United.
the second leg.
The second leg where
Yeah.
he literally, that last goal was
Did
comical.
we play him in the final as well?
That was
No,
Villarreal.
we played
Villarreal.
him in the semis of the Europa League, and we played him in the Champions League quarters, I think it was. where Jose played for 0-0 away, and then we lost 2-1 at home.
Brilliant. Classic Jose.
Never get that, me. Short sleeve and gloves.
Were you a long sleeve guy?
Yeah.
I like a long sleeve.
Yeah.
You don't see...
I don't mind short sleeve, but I won't wear gloves if you don't know.
Yeah.
Under Armour maybe. Short sleeve Under Armour. You can wear them, but just looks daft, doesn't it?
Do you think they should let players wear trousers if they want to?
No.
Why not?
Trousers.
Well, all right, why not?
There's no
it
chance.
looks
You're allowed to wear a
ridiculous.
turtleneck, aren't you? People wear
Snood.
the roll neck Under
Snoods,
Armour,
yeah.
whatever. Yeah, they used to be able to wear
Fergie,
snoods
didn't
for a
Fergie
while.
wear
Oh,
snoods?
trouble.
Cameraman lost his head when that cross went in, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Fergie didn't like him,
Yeah.
did he?
So what's wrong with a gentleman's sporting trouser?
He had to play football, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what's up
Do
with
you know what I
that?
mean? Might put a nice smoking jacket on while you're at it. Pair of brogues. Fucking hell.
Why does an elasticated trouser stop? People wear leggings when
Yeah,
football.
but not really in games, do they? Oh, the keeper.
See,
I knew that
keepers
was going to get...
Keepers wear
brought up.
trousers all the time.
Oh, who's this example we've got here? Who is that?
That Villa, wasn't he?
That's
In
Gabor-
Palace.
That's Gabor Kiraly, right?
Hey,
there.
he looks like a pitch invader.
No.
Yeah, no.
Pitching. Yeah, no.
He does, doesn't he? He looks like
He's
someone
really
who should be
good.
playing for Manchester
Yeah,
United.
but keepers
anytime
wear
soon.
trousers.
Trousers aren't like trackies aren't trousers, bro.
What do you think I meant? Like school trousers?
Yeah.
Fuck that. I mean like
some
tracksuit bottoms.
slacks.
Or like any sort of nylon-based
it's a bad shout,
downward
Joe.
leg
Yeah,
wear.
you can't be having trackies on.
Why?
You have to play football, mate.
know.
You warm your legs up by running round.
Nice.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Very World War One of you, that. Jack. Run up and down the trench, boy. That'll keep you warm.
This is why I don't coach my lads' team up. This is why I'm not invited.
Come on, shirts off.
Hey,
Warm
it's
those
cold.
torsos by running around.
Hey, exactly.
I don't know. I don't think it'd be an issue, personally.
That's what Greg Wallace is doing now.
I know, yeah. He does look a bit grim, that kid, doesn't he?
The pills and
Hey.
boss.
Right, come on, United. How long's this game been on for?
Step in.
We've only played
Oh,
Well done,
Oh,
Dale.
18
That's the
minutes.
worst thing you
Oh,
could
no,
have
played
done.
30 minutes.
It's been fucking shite as well. Let's have it right.
It's not
has
been
been,
good,
hasn't it?
this, lads.
Honestly.
Good job, you are good lads.
I
It's
know.
been dreadful.
Be getting a bus home otherwise.
Oh, no.
The game was so bad that Hopper left.
Left
That'd
in
be it.
disgust.
Yeah. Go on!
Oh, gotta take care with that. I don't want to keep saying it, but like, it's just basics.
30 minutes played.
No shots, attempts on target, no shots.
Brilliant.
Both teams. What a
United
ga-
have
what a game.
conceded no shots, no XG, which is pretty incredible, actually. So, good
Where
start.
are these in the Europa
Second.
League?
They're
Oh,
behind
no,
us.
in the Europa, sorry. They're 1 point behind us, aren't they?
One place, they're on the
one
same
place,
points as us,
same
yeah.
points. Oh, yeah, Joe's got a stat about that. Go on, how have they got on so far?
I said it earlier.
What is it? Remind people who may have just joined the stream.
Much like United, they started with 3 draws in a row and then won their last 2.
Great ball.
So they've done,
Go on,
they've had the
drive.
exact
Go on,
same
Bruno.
path as us. Go on, Bruno.
Have a shot.
Hit it!
Yes.
Oh, good
There's
shot
your
from Bruno.
shot.
20 yards out. Save.
First shot, half an hour. It's over half an
Little
hour.
sting
Good strike,
piece.
that.
Sorry. I was reading my symptoms into the phone there.
Sting piece. Little sting piece.
Joe Smith. Yes. Doctor. Little sting piece. Yes. Friday at 12 p.m. Yes. Thank
Strike
you.
that. Good
I've
save,
got an
to be
appointment.
fair.
Thank you, everyone. It's a decent shot, that, innit?
Yeah,
That's
it's
nice.
good.
Bounce
I always
right in
find it
front of him.
hard to
Boom.
hit the ball when it's rolling away from me as well, like that. I know, obviously, because I'm shit at football. But he gets a nice bit of topspin on those, doesn't he? I like it when he does
whip.
that. A little whippy. Mr. Whippy,
Well
they call him,
played.
don't they?
That's still with
Oh.
him. That's never a free kick, by the way.
No, it wasn't. Do you know those gloves that everyone's got on with the white on the inside? Do you know what they remind me of? Do you know, is it Biff in Back to the Future, where he dresses as a skeleton for Halloween? And he's got the full skeleton outfit on the gloves?
Isn't that Karate Kid?
Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Not Biff, it's, what's he called?
Daniel's son. What's his name? Ralph Macchio.
No, it's not him, it's
No,
the
the
Cobra
other
Kai
Oh,
guy.
the Cobra Kai guy.
Yeah.
What's the Cobra Kai guy called?
Let's have a look. But yeah, they look like they've got
Is
the...
it Ben?
Is it? That's too easy, isn't it? But yeah, it's got a hint of the Halloween skeleton outfit about it. Is that him? Yeah, that's him, innit?
Oh, Johnny, that was it.
Johnny. Wow.
Get up. I thought I was going to hit that.
No. Well done. Who's blocked that? Casemiro.
Oh, Bruno. Good.
Beautiful little touch. No one up there for that though, is there? Did you like the Karate Kid, Jay, when it came out?
The Karate Kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. It was good.
Yes,
It is good, isn't it?
I like number 2 as well, man.
Do you?
Off you go.
Yeah. I thought it was good. I remember watching it when I was a kid.
I don't think I've ever seen number 2,
I
actually.
think
Is that where he go? Where does he go?
I don't want to get the country
No,
wrong, but
no,
he goes.
yeah.
He goes to the Far East.
He goes to where Mr. Miyagi's
Yeah,
from.
he's one of those.
Is it
Isn't it? It's
the
like
home
probably,
of
I probably
karate?
watch it now. It'd be so offensive and shit. It's like he goes to the Far East and teaches them how to do karate. Do you know what I mean? Like, I remember watching it. I'm loving it.
Karate's from Japan. Does he go to Japan?
Potentially.
Okay. Sure.
I'm not touching that bonsai tree.
Yeah. I've had 2 bonsai trees in my life. I always used to like them.
I killed one.
They're so hard to
Yeah,
keep
no, I
alive.
did.
How
They're
do you
so
kill a
hard to-
bonsai
No,
tree?
they're so
Mate,
hard to
I
keep
felt
alive.
bad as well,
You
'cause
have
it
to
was a
water them
gift.
like 3 times a week.
I put it out next to the window, and I went to work. I came back, and it was like it was dead.
Oh,
Well, that's like something from a fairy tale. I put a hot pie on the window,
Yeah.
and next thing, the local ruffians had
It
scuffed it.
was. It was like you ever get them goldfish from the fair. You might have had this, Scotty.
Yeah.
Like,
Why?
oh,
Because
great
you've got
feat.
kids.
All right.
I don't think they do goldfish at fair anymore.
They
No,
do.
Yeah,
They
they
do.
do.
You're
Yeah.
still cracking on
Yeah.
with goldfish.
Oh, aye.
Oh,
Yeah.
mate.
Yeah.
But we got one.
Right
Right,
racket.
went to the one at Barton Air
So it'd
Show.
probably be some sort of
Right.
vegan prize.
Took 'em
these
home
days. Like a
and,
big
like-
bag of salsa.
They don't last long, do they? You have to like. So we thought we'd be careful with it. Like, make sure the water was the same right temperature. Put it in a
You
tank.
put them in boiling water, didn't you?
Yeah.
You blanched them by
Yeah,
accident.
poured the kettle on him. And then I remember I got up dead early just to check on it before the kids woke up and it was dead.
Oh.
And I'd gone to bed at like midnight, woke up at like 6.
It's quite complicated, all that
I
fish.
know.
What did you pull a prank on them and put like 3 fish fingers in the tank
Oh,
instead,
stop.
and that like the water was too hot and you've cooked them?
It's so good you've not got kids.
Just a floating battered cod
It's
in the
such
tank.
a good thing that you don't have any children.
I'm gonna pull so many pranks on my kids. I'm not gonna even. I'm not.
They're
gonna
going to
mad,
be
mate.
scarred for
Do you know when
life.
people like say, "Oh, you know, do you believe in Santa or whatever?" My kids are never even going to heard of Santa.
You're horrible, you.
They're going to be like, "What do you mean Santa? What's that? Do you mean Grinlock, the winter beast?" And that's who I've been teaching them about. Be nice, or Grinlock will arrive. What do you mean? Do you believe in Santa? Who the fuck is Santa? What are you on about?
You can tell the game shit, can't you?
Yeah, you can. I'm talking about Grinlock, the winter beast. Let's just make a mural
Your
of
kids
our
will
set
believe in
piece
Santa
coach.
because they know it gets them extra presents. They're not stupid.
Yeah, that's true.
Aye.
That's a good point.
They will, even if they don't.
If United had to do a mural of any of our backroom staff, who would it be?
It won't be the fucking set piece coach. Say that for now.
PRH.
Yes, Harry.
It would be as well.
Mate, it
You're the only one with a
absolutely
positive
Put
track
the
record.
RH on the bottom.
Yeah.
That'd be so
Mate.
good. Just you with Cheeto and Dallo and
Bruno.
Rashford, Bruno.
Yeah, that'd be
ace, that.
sick.
God.
All about timing, lads, isn't it, eh? This game's bad.
Yeah. It's a bad one, this.
I sent my mate a message. He's over there. I said, send us some pictures from the ground. And he's not left the bar. He's still in the bar. And
Is it?
Probably just as well, really.
Yeah, he sent me pictures of his Guinness. Right, fair enough.
Brilliant.
Probably
At least
more
he's
life
honest.
in that than
Yeah, loads of my mates do that though when they go over there. Where go on your ways. Don't go in.
Don't
Love
go
that.
in.
Tina Tellefson Totoka says, will we sell any players in January and which players will get sold for how much?
All of them.
Oh.
Because they're all
How's that
fucking shit.
It does feel like that right now, doesn't it?
And you'll get them out at tenner.
Yeah. And I think we've robbed them there, to be honest.
No, I think we will. No, the only ones who might go in January, January is a bit of a stretch. If there is someone like maybe
don't.
like an Ericsson who's not
Xerxes
getting any
again.
games,
Pass appreciation.
who wants to leave,
Fucking wild.
but I don't know.
If you're Ericsson, do you want that move though? Because he can leave in the summer for free and then get a better contract. And would you be asked about leaving in January?
I don't know. He might go on loan or something though. Innit?
Oh,
He might want some minutes because he's 33.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying him as an example.
Yeah.
Some players might want to play this season, and
Yeah.
Amorim might not be giving him any minutes at all. I think Ericsson's not played since Ipswich, is it? I know it's only early days, but if just using an example, he might
I just
be
can't
like,
see too many lining up to actually buy any of our
I
squad.
think there's some I know you might struggle to get rid of rid of him like for decent money. Whatever. I think there's a few that could go somewhere because you look at a lot of players who struggle at United. A lot of them leave and do okay, don't they? Like they go to Italy or whatever, and it's like once
Especially when
that
they
United
change leagues.
serum has worn off.
Yeah, worked its way through the system.
Great touch.
Yeah, Mac T's in a title race, isn't he?
Who?
Mac Tomlin.
Yeah.
Doing very well over there as well.
Did you ever work with him?
No.
Another super chat. Tom Fox says Jay grazes like a rabid ungulate when we're not winning.
I do.
Yeah.
I don't know what a rabid ungulate is, but it sounds about right.
It's your large.
Sounds like the sort of thing you'd say.
Yeah,
It's your burner account.
No.
Rabid ungulate.
It's
It's
your
the kind
sort
of
of,
thing you say to me.
It's your large hoofed beasts of the field,
See what I mean?
like an ocelot. No, not an ocelot. Like a deer or a hippo.
An hippo.
Yeah.
That's
Sorry.
not a beast of the forest, is it?
Beast of the field.
Oh, right, the field.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Or a rhinos. Kieran Burrett, in quotes, says nylon-based downward leg wear is a fantastic band name. It is actually.
Yeah, was that one of the ones you considered
Yeah,
before you settled on pitch and putt?
Yeah, we thought about it.
Nylon-based downwards leg wear.
Yeah, also known as tracksuit bottoms.
Yeah.
Boyo says if United win, it would be a dream come true. Yeah. JH says boring football.
The flower stuff.
Ah, right, okay, right.
D. Foster says let Rashford Cork be 30 goals again this season. I think he might be sarcastic. And Parag says we're going to give City the perfect game to find their form.
You
again on
can't
Sunday.
like watch us play like this against City and get fucking battered.
Yeah. Gucci Sensei says just me before that Killian Wallace said Jay sous vide his own goldfish, laughing my arse off.
Jay what?
Sous vide his own goldfish.
What's sous vide mean?
Sous vide is a method of poaching
Ah,
that
okay.
requires airtight bags held underwater at sort of constant temperatures for long periods of time.
Right, okay, fair enough.
Gucci Sensei says, is it me or has Rashford lost some pace as well? Yeah, maybe. Probably. That's a risky pass.
He's not really done anything this half, has he, Rashford?
No.
We want him to do well, but he's barely touched the ball.
It's hard when fucking Xerxes keeps giving it away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
true.
like-
That's not helping.
Xerxes is the outlet, and it doesn't.
Just
We don't
bounces
keep
off him.
possession
like
when
a
he gets it.
trampoline, mate. His
Yeah.
first touch.
Yeah, it is. It's not been good, has it? Long ball from them. No challenge for United. Taz, how was it working with Jesse? How's he doing? Up the RH. If you worked
We
with
are rich. Yeah, I
Jesse?
worked with Jesse yesterday.
It's a
Oh, of course, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
How was that?
Brilliant.
Was it?
Amazing, yeah.
How's
He's
he?
good. Very good. Positive.
Is he
Got the
enjoying it in
work in.
Korea?
Yeah, he is, yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
How are they doing?
Finished fourth. The season's finished now, so he's over for a few days and he's going back for a commercial and then he's coming back, so I'll probably work with him a lot more. But no, it was
Oh,
good.
nice.
Video dropping soon.
Yeah, I look forward to that.
Very good. Yeah, I saw the picture.
He got a lot of stitches, I think. But we interviewed him once and spent a bit of time with him.
Great guy.
Top lad.
Great
Really
guy.
was. Him and McCauley got
Yeah.
on really well.
Yeah.
Nice. Really nice lad.
Michael says watching paint dry is greater than watching Man United. Good, isn't it? Paint dry FC's kick off at 3 p.m. on Saturday. If anyone wants to come down, it is boring, but like I said, it's better than this.
This is a proper Europa League quarter to six in Czech game, innit?
Yeah.
Right, let's have it right.
This has got almost none of the hallmarks of a game of football, has it?
No.
If you were ticking off what a game of football is, this has got
ain't
sort of
it.
2 or 3 of about 30 things, isn't it?
Yeah.
If I was to describe this to someone who didn't know what I was describing, I don't think they'd ever guess game of football after 20 questions.
No, it's fucking.
It's
It's
like
been
watching
dire.
paint dry.
Look, there's nothing to get excited about.
No.
We can't string 3 passes together. There's almost
Rapid
zero
paint.
hold-up play. We've looked erratic at the back.
Yeah.
It's just I'm struggling. I don't like hating for the sake of hating. Right?
No, me
I'll
neither.
try and look for the positives, but I am struggling to find one positive from this performance so far.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
Trouble. Oh, Delict as well.
Well
yeah.
read there, Delict. He started early
Yeah.
on that run, Delict.
Good positioning that.
The one positive I would say is, and not that he's having to blend into a particularly high-level team.
again Xerxes.
I'd take
He's having
Xerxes needs
one
to
in.
come off at half-time.
He is
He's
having
literally
one.
costing us any chance of winning the game here, because whenever the ball goes to him, he loses it.
Away.
Malacia doesn't look out of place. I think is not really a positive, but it's something at least. He's kind of been at the speed of everyone else as someone who's coming back from a long-term injury, but he's not stood out either. It's just fucking that's a foul as well if you want to give it. Oh, that's some
that was curling in then, you know.
That was weird. That then it started like really far outside the post, whipped right in.
Yeah, Xerxes is really struggling today. It's like I need to look at the numbers on this. Yeah, Xerxes got a 62% pass success rate, which is just unacceptable at this level.
It's the nature of some of those passes as well. Like,
he's not trying to like break through the lines or play through balls like Bruno normally does.
Some of them have been like 5-yard passes that have just.
Like you said, Joe, before, like he's the vocal point. You know what I mean? They're trying to play into him and then get runners off him.
Oh, Marcus, that's terrible as well.
If they can't secure the ball, then it's trouble. But like you said, then Marcus needs to take care of it as well.
That was sloppy from him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good enough at all. That like Rashford he's not done a lot, but he's got a 82% pass success rate. At least he's keeping the ball most of the time.
Yeah.
Xerxes is down to 59%.
Yeah, it's bad that.
It's really bad. Again, against defenders who are willing and hard working and obviously got some quality, but he's not playing against fucking Van Dijk, is he?
No, thank God.
It's been a really bad showing
half
from
of that,
Xerxes.
great turn.
Go on, Rashford. Unlucky.
Half of that's unimposed though sometimes.
Yeah.
Like just take care of it. It's fundamentals, isn't it?
Just got the ball a little bit further up the pitch.
Not movement, lads.
In and around their box, at least. I feel like we've not seen Dallo be able to have the sort of space that he normally gets at wing back either. He's been a bit closed down.
The fullback's done well with him too.
Yes.
Oh.
Right, we need to stop this next pass now. That's all right.
He's going to give a free kick because of the two hands in his back.
Yellow for that.
I don't think that's a bad foul to give away, to be honest. It's a shame it's a booking, but
I mean, it's as yellow as you're going to get.
Edward Porter. All I've heard from other football fans is that we should have kept McTominay. The thing with McTominay is there would be times this season where his attributes would have been useful. Probably against Arsenal for one, those set pieces and his height and his physicality. Oh. But I wouldn't swap him back for Ugarte. And I think going forward, we need to be relying on different types of players than Scott McTominay, personally.
Yeah, it got a bit weird with McTominay, didn't it? Because he had a good season in terms of goals last season, but then there was a point where we had like a spell where it was almost like the tactics seemed to be to try and get him to the ball to him all the time, and it just he had that 8 games I think where was it after the Chelsea game where he played every game and didn't score.
Yeah.
And if he wasn't scoring, he wasn't doing a lot else at times. And I thought he did really well in the cup final as well, but I wasn't like shocked or that deviled when we sold him.
Jesus,
that's
got away.
Turned out to be a good pass, but that was too risky for me. Go on, find a pass. That's all right.
Go on, overlap.
Go on, Malacia.
Give it him. Oh, should have gone that way. It's not a bad ball, like, you know, in the right area.
Ooh, see, that stuck in the floor a little bit. That bounced, didn't it? Almost caught Mazraoui out. Nice pass. 1-2.
Well done. Get around him. Oh, Bruno, that's lovely.
Bruno.
That. Oh, I'm okay.
That was
nice
a brilliant pass
Bruno,
from Bruno. A little Rabona flick.
Very nice, that.
Accurate as well, wasn't it? It wasn't just for the sake of it. I think that was the only way he could make that pass first time. Any stats knocking about, Scotty?
Yeah, well, like you just mentioned there, Xerxes down to 59% in terms of like pass rate. One pass will go to a United player and then one pass won't.
Yeah.
Out of the 30 passes that he's tried. But the majority of United players are in their 80% themselves, so they're not covering themselves in any glory, except for Amad Diallo, who's got 100% pass record, but he's only touched the ball 32 times this half. And like I said, we wonder how much that's coming off the back of Xerxes not being able to keep hold of the ball to deliver it to him. It's certainly not worked that free up front as I hoped it would, like it did against Everton. It's just... that pitch just feels really slow, and I'm not too sure if that's having an effect on sort of the movement or any of the plans.
It's a classic tactic, isn't it? A lot of teams will do that, where don't water the pitch as much. If they expect us to have 600-700 passes in the game and them to have 150-200, let's water the pitch a bit less. It might stick in the ground and we can win the ball back. And United, for whatever reason, just have completely struggled. Yeah, like I said, half time there, Man United 0, Viktoria Plzeň 0. A completely featureless game so far. Just like just blank, basic, boring. That, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't good, that, lads. Yeah, that's all you can say. It was just, quality, details, pass appreciation, just keeping the ball, just basics, just keep the ball, and it just was flat. To me, it was like, we're here thinking like, what's going on here? We're chatting about all sorts, and it's just there's no excitement within the game. And yeah, the pitch is not the best, but it's just the basics. We talked about Xerxes not getting hold of things. He's so important to the way we want to play. I think, Casemiro and Bruno and, the older midfielders and the centre halves are trying to zip the ball into him, and Ahmad getting off him, and then Rashford coming inside, and yeah, it's frustrating. It's not been a great watch, to be honest.
No. You mentioned Xerxes there, Jay.
Yeah.
I know we spoke about him before, but for anyone arriving at half time or just to sort of go over it a little bit, what's he been like today?
That looks like the worst programme I've ever seen in my life, by the way.
Meet the Reece Moggs.
Rashford, did you say? Sorry.
Xerxes.
I was that distracted by that. Xerxes, not good enough. This is an opportunity as well. Like, these players, everyone's on notice. Everyone's sort of got a new manager who's come in, who didn't buy you or bring you through the academy. He don't owe you anything. So this is your chance to either impress him or convince him that you're not good enough. And the players aren't taking the opportunity. I watched that game there, and the two players that at least look like they're trying to make things happen and want the ball is Diallo and Bruno. And they're probably two so far who don't need to worry too much about this manager. I think he's liking what he's seen from him. Someone like Joshua Xerxes, this is an opportunity against a decent side that aren't the best side, let's be honest. This is probably the easiest game we're going to have for a while. You're getting a lot of the ball, and you're doing nothing with it. Oppa keeps saying, take care of the ball. It's spot on. Because I wouldn't mind if it was like, you talked about earlier, if it's Bruno and he's trying to play a killer pass and it don't come off, I can forgive that. But he can't pass it from A to B. No. It's like a 5-yard pass. Even like there was one where it was just a nod down to say from me to Oppa, and he got that all wrong. Yeah. Like, what are you doing? And twice he set them up, probably more than twice, but twice I've noticed, he set them up on attacks. I think, come on, man, you don't have to do anything spectacular, just keep hold of it. Marcus hasn't been involved in the game enough as well. We spoke about him for a long time before the game kicked off. Another one who, there's a derby at the weekend. Show the manager why you should be starting in a Manchester derby. Yeah. He ain't going to give a shit that you scored a good goal in the Etihad last season. He's going to care about what you're doing this season. And judging off those 45 minutes, he ain't going to be putting your name on that team sheet. No. You need to show him more than what you have. Yes, he's not had good service from Xerxes, but he's also given the ball away. He's also made bad decisions. We've seen it from Marcus there, where he's been wasteful. And had big chunks of that half where he wasn't involved at all. So it's disappointing to see the players that are probably, have got something to prove, not proving anything. And also, just one final one, he's calmed down a bit now, but Onana started off very erratically. Yeah,
those first 10 minutes were like the most exciting the game was, and it was because they were making us look a bit silly.
Yeah.
Like you said, Xerxes, like, I mean, if you want to honestly assess how he's played, I almost feel unfair being honest about how bad he's been. Because it's been amateurish, some of the stuff from Xerxes today. And I'm not trying to review him as a player or as a signer or any of that. But from what I've seen in that first half, like, I would be upset if I'd had the game he had. Like, some of the passes he's misplaced, some of the fact, like you said, the nod downs and the kind of just miscontrols that we've seen. It's like basics, Saturday League stuff that he's getting wrong. Like you said, Rashford's been poor as well, and not been involved enough. And when he has been involved, it's either been sort of rushed or so slow that he's kind of let people get involved and take the ball off him. It's not been good enough from him either. And I think Ahmad, unfortunately, hasn't been as dangerous as he looks at wing back, I think with men closer to him, when he gets the ball, he doesn't have chance to kind of dribble his way into difficult areas. It's like everything has to be done quicker and, you know, a sort of a notch faster, and he seems to be struggling with that as well. It's been poor all round, but Xerxes and Rashford in particular are really struggling. What do you think, Scotty?
No, I completely agree, and like I said, the stats speak for themselves. But I think Xerxes is just symbolic of the whole performance of the team. Really, he's just the biggest culprit across the 11 that United have put out. Jay touched on it there. Onana was passing in the first sort of 10 minutes. We thought at the beginning, like, what is going on here? Because it was just like there was pinball all over the place, and it weren't that they were pressing us particularly well. It's just that either Xerxes was losing the ball or we couldn't find a man to pass it to, and it's just frustrating is the right word. And you go through all the team. Even if Xerxes is having a bad game as he is, that's the United team that got beat by Forest at home at the weekend. I ain't seeing no enthusiasm from them players.
No, it's true.
We've got Manchester Derby at the weekend, like you said. This is a lot of these players are having an audition for their futures at Manchester United. I ain't seen any enthusiasm for that. Take Xerxes out of the picture, and you still don't see it.
No, I think you made a good point, Joe. If you're grasping at straws for a positive, you know, Malacia has looked okay and he's got minutes at least, but Bruno at least wants the ball and trying to make things happen. And the defence,
Bruno's been okay.
The defence after that initial 10 minutes has looked all right, but nothing. You know, this is a team. What are they? The distant second in the Czech league. Yeah. We couldn't name any of their players. I think one of them we recognised him when he was at Burnley. Come on, man. And that team we've put out tonight, a lot of those are first team players. Martinez, Onana, De Ligt, probably Rashford, Bruno, Diallo, Mazraoui, Dalot. They're not resis.
No.
This is your first team, really. Do you know what I mean? Okay, you'd probably start Ugarte if it was a bigger game or whatever, but that's still a very strong team you've put out, and I've seen fuck all from it. Like nothing. You'd think, right? This reminds me of, you remember them games in the Champions League where you'd already qualified, and it'd be like FC Cluj or whatever, and we're fucking top of the group by 5 points, and this is the last game, so we play a load of kids and you won't give a shit. It's like that, but we're not in the Champions League. We're in the Europa League, and we've not already qualified. Do you know what I mean? We've drawn as many games, or we've drawn more games than we've won, and we're heading for our 4th draw out of 6.
It's really
fuck off.
To me, what's really worrying is how it's taking 30 minutes for us to get a shot.
Yeah.
Have a shot. Like, you're looking at the stuff there. 2 shots in 45 minutes. They've had 1, and it's a bit like, you're away from home, and you've always got to respect the opposition. But this, like I said, this is a game where you got to stamp your authority. I'm giving it the 4-0 shout. You know, at the start of the game, I'm seeing like everything come together.
I saw that team we put out. I got carried away.
I think it needs to. You know, does he make changes at our time? Does he leave it till 60 minutes? Does he? You know, let's just see what he's got with this one. Do we? You know, does Højlund come on for Xerxes? Do we change things around? Do we? You know, it needs a bit of an injection of something, in my opinion.
Maybe go a bit more attacking. Maybe bring another attacker on, take Dalot or Malacia off, put Ahmad back at the wing back, so you've got his creative ability back there, because Dallow's done barely anything when he's had the ball either, and then you can bring on a Mount or a Højlund for a defender kind of thing, maybe something like that. Xerxes, just to give him credit, did have that good run to start the game, didn't he? Bit of fortune with it, but he I
forgot about that, to be fair, but that was it, wasn't it?
It's even that though, if you do that in the first couple of minutes, that, for me, that sets the tone then for your whole performance. You've done something really well. You know, carry that on, and it just seems to, it's not been the best of ours from him, but it'd be interesting to see what he does at half time. Will he keep it the same, or will he just? Well,
we've got some good options on the bench. We've got 3 centre backs. Not that I don't expect that to change, but there's options there if you want a bit more at the back. There's also it'll roll around in a second, but I think they've got the likes of Ericsson and Ugarte, Mainu, I believe, knocking about as well. And then, like I said, Højlund and Mount, and you know, there are some changes we can make. I think it's only Luke Shaw who's injured, so if he's ever going to turn it around, this is the game to do it in. But yeah, it's just been so easy for Pilsen, hasn't it? Like, if I look at it as from the other way around, if I'm a Pilsen fan, I'm thinking, we've not had to do anything tonight. Like, they've not.
He's not happy though, is he?
No, Amarim's fuming, and as he should be. But it's just been such an easy game for him. They've not had to any last-ditch challenges. They've not relied on sort of phenomenal saves from the goalkeeper. They've just been able to play a comfortable game and shut us down way too easily. Loads of comments coming in, obviously. Ahmad has very poor end product. 1 good game in 5. Wow, I think that's very harsh, but that's your opinion. Fair enough. Stusha says, I hope Ruben is ruthless and changes it at half time. Yeah, I agree. I even think, and Ross Murphy, I tend to agree with you, says need Ericsson or Højlund. I wouldn't mind an Ericsson in a game like this. Holding possession well. You've got some athletic defenders behind him. Maybe for Casemiro, I'm not sure how he'd work that, but I think his passing ability and holding the ball and actually being able to find players in the final third, that could be helpful.
What was the Ahmad point?
Someone said that he's not a number 10 and that he has 1 good game in 5.
I think that's harsh.
Yeah,
I don't think he has 1 good game in 5 at all. He's much better. No thanks, bro. Thank you.
No, cheers, mate. Warren Wheellock says, up the RH, what was the biggest surprise with Chido Obi Martin when you coached him this week?
There was no surprises, if I'm being honest. I think I was, having, like I said, done the research into his game and seeing what he's capable of. I think, it was great to see it up close. The potential and the quality. I think there wasn't really any surprise though, if that makes sense. I felt like he delivered on what I thought, and it's an exciting time for the club having someone like that come through, and the potential's certainly there. And again, we talked about it before. I think the attention to detail and wanting to improve and develop, I think that's a great trait for a young player, that hunger and that desire. So yeah, thank you for the question though.
Yeah, no, cheers. Second half, we obviously need a better performance. Do you think there'll be part of Amorim who, what's this, his 6th game in charge? I think it's his 6th game, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
2 Europa, 4 league games, where he'll be starting to maybe get a bit concerned about the quality of the squad. Do you think he'll have changed his opinions on players in the last few weeks? Because if I'm him, I'm probably starting to think, what do I do here? Ten Hag found himself in that same position, didn't he? 2 games in after Brentford and Brighton, he went, I actually can't stick with my philosophy with this team because I'm going to get fucking sacked by the end of the year if I do.
No, I agree. I mean, I remember going in that Liverpool game thinking, if he loses this, he's in trouble. Yeah. If we get battered at home off Liverpool and you've lost your first 3 games, including 4-0 away at Brentford, they'll be looking at you going, we got the wrong man in. Now, I don't want to be melodramatic, I'm not saying that if he loses tonight and loses to City, he's going to get sacked. He ain't. But he might have people looking over him or looking at it going, not sure about him. Do you know what I mean? Like, it might be one of those that's sowing the seeds of doubts already. Now, I'm not saying that will happen, but I'm just saying that Ineos in particular, they've already shown they can be quite...
Or even will he just think, if I keep doing what I'm doing and just letting them, or forcing them to play my system, by the end of the season, people might be thinking that.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's not 5 games in, if he's thinking between now and May, if we continue winning, 2 out of every 5 games for the rest of the season, then people will start asking questions.
Yeah,
do you think he'll make adjustments because of that, or do you think it'll start to click
with it?
I just think it's got to be a long-term project with him.
With it.
It's got to be a long-term project.
They've got to give him that time at Ineos. If they start fucking about, then we've got some stats as well. Casemiro, he had a decent half, 5 tackles, 2 clearances, 94% pass accuracy. You've already mentioned the Xerxes one, haven't you? That was pretty grim. Scotty. Bruno's was a bit better, 82% pass accuracy. So, no one's setting the world alight, are they? And I get it, it's difficult, it's a trip to Czech Republic and all the rest of it, but come on, you got to step up.
It's not looking good. XG 0.20 for United to score, and then they're only on 0.16. For me, it looks like it's a game for United to win, and a few little tweaks, one chance, and it'd be a scrappier European win. We won't remember it because nobody would want to, but it's there. I don't think they're going to cause any problems, and if they get a goal, it'll be our own doing through a mistake.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I'm sure they'll have a spell where they look good, but this is very much United's game to drop points in it. Do you think we will see something different second half, even if it's just a sort of an energy thing, even if not personnel?
I think the manager, you can see him. He's not very happy about the performance. I'm sure, from what I've seen from him so far, I don't think he'll allow that due to his standards. Yeah. I think there was some harsh words said at half time. It'd be interesting to see, for me, whether any changes have been made, whether he's got that in him to go, what, lads, like, off you come. Yeah. Or does he leave it till the 55, 60 minute mark and go, what, one eye on Sunday, maybe this and that. But for me, it's got to be a big fix up because it's not been very good. Like we've rightly said there, it's like watching paint dry, you know. Like prep and paint, watching paint dry. So
it's not been good, has it?
Hopefully we have a reaction in the second half, and hopefully it can be a comfortable win.
We've got a few super chats. JH says Ahmad in the middle hasn't worked so far. Steve Doyle, shower of wasters, swear we're playing prime Juve. Jason McIntosh, we're suffering with Bruno that deep as well. I think Bruno's, maybe you could get more out of him further forward, but I think he's been alright actually. I think he's linked the play together probably better than anyone. I think him and Casemiro have been decent, but you do lose something in the final third. But I don't think Bruno's been too much of an issue today. And Warren Wheelock, I read that one before about Obi. The second half is commencing. No changes, I don't think.
Doesn't look like it.
Didn't see any changes, so just need a better performance out of the team that's out there. Bruno starts by giving the ball.
Right. Hey, bloody hell.
Commentary today,
Well
Mataface and Savage. Jay?
Oh.
Dream team.
I don't mind Mataface, mate.
Big pal of yours.
Do you know what? I don't mind Robert Savage either, you know.
Really?
I've not met him loads of times. I've never spoke to him a couple of times. He's been alright.
Yeah. He actually has
weird,
some
like,
names
you know,
also.
you meet some people, like, they've got a reputation, but your experience of
my
him-
experience of Savage is
Yeah,
very
same
good.
with us. When we started as full-time Devils, I remember I was at a thing at AJ Bell once, and he did an interview with Mako. Like, he was happy to chat to us, you know, at a time when like it was very new, fan channels weren't a thing, and most ex-pros weren't having anything to do with it, but he was sound.
The ball on there, if you can. Didn't want to take the risk, did he? Didn't fancy his left foot on that. Fucking hell.
Ooh, bobbly now.
I know. It's two bad bobbly passes in a row there from Pilsen. We
This
didn't really
left-
close them
yeah.
down at all, did we?
This left back's done all right
yeah,
tonight.
he's been
there,
pretty
left
good, hasn't
back,
he?
Yeah. Oh,
Well done, Delete.
well done, Delete.
Oh, come well done at all.
Second balls.
Yeah. Terrible header.
Oh, he's just whacked his
Knocks his own
teammate.
player out there.
Yeah, concussed.
It's bad when their centre forward's defending better than us.
Great cleanse, that wasn't it? Hey, Samarlock can take.
It's a good strike as well, that. I don't know if it was.
Have you ever had a
insane,
player
yeah.
that you struggled with, Hopper? Like, look,
In
didn't listen
terms
to
of
you.
what?
Like coaching, who's just a bit difficult. Or have they always got?
No, they've
Yeah.
they've been all right. They've been sound. Never had any experiences like that.
You think as well, like, unless they were being forced to come to see
To
you.
come, yeah,
They-
everyone's
It's
you
like
think
their
they're-
willingness anyway.
Yeah.
They've got like that
Everyone,
willingness.
yeah, no,
anyway.
nothing like that.
But then again, though, you see people at like uni or whatever who they're paying to be there and they still don't give a shit. So
Yeah,
I wonder
but-
if there is people who turn up and like half-arse it.
It's hard H, though, innit? He's got that
Yeah,
way
yeah,
about him. You
exactly.
can't help but
Still.
like him.
That's
Cheers,
what I mean.
mate. Is that a
Oh,
nice
no.
thing you're saying about me?
Yeah, no. When he's sending you stupid messages at night time asking dopey questions when you're busy.
You should do a video where all the Stretford Paddock lads go down and get one of his coaching.
Be funny, wouldn't it?
See what you can do.
Yeah.
Does RH really need Stephen Howson telling him where he's going wrong?
Oh my god!
Oh my God, we give the ball away here! And
1-0.
it's 1-0
Wow.
to Pilsen.
What was you saying about Onana, lads?
Ever since we said he was good, he's been shit.
Can we find that video we did and private it, please?
Not good at all. That
And delete all
sloppy.
social posts regarding it.
Fucking hell.
Exactly what I said. It'll be our own undoing.
Yeah, drink that
In-
water bottle. That's the keeper's manual,
Yeah.
that, innit? Drink your water bottle when you've made a mistake.
Yeah, listen, it was always prone for this to happen with a performance and one mistake. But that's again basics. Pass it to your fullback there.
Bad ball.
Just pass to
Bad
your
ball,
fullback.
that.
It's just basic
Yeah,
stuff.
he's dropped them all in the shit.
Just go to Martinez. Why are you trying that one?
It's not Delos. Is it Delos he's going for?
No,
No, it's
like,
Delitz, innit? He's gone
still
for.
it, but go out.
It's not his
to-
fault. It's not. Yeah.
Go out to Martinez and create an angle and give it. If he's struggling, he'll pop it back to you and you go out the other way. It's just basic stuff.
Fucking hell.
It's so sloppy.
This is a great little confidence builder ahead of the derby. This.
Maybe it's all part of
Pedro.
the plan.
That's a
To
spirit.
lull him into a
Was
false
this
sense of
Fucking
security.
Ten
and then-
Hag's plan to get his job back
Yeah.
God, can you imagine
Oh.
if we lose on Sunday? We lost 4 in a spin as well.
after we slagged City off.
I
We did the
know,
same.
man. Can't have this. Come on. I never thought I'd say this, but I'd take a draw.
I think we need to change this up massively. I think.
Again, we've done the same thing of like conceding straight away in the second half as well.
Yeah.
We
love that, don't we?
Killer, yeah.
We absolutely love that.
All that stuff they said at half time is just now just.
Imagine you're over an now. You just give your team talk, you send them out, and then the fucking keeper does that.
He defended him well, didn't he, the weekend?
Yeah.
For that mistake.
Sorry, excuse me.
Casemiro's been through the wars tonight, man.
Martinez. Ethan just lazily flicking through everyone like he's playing a board game. Choosing which fucking character he wants to play and depressed football watchers.
Oh, come on, man, give it there.
Mad this, isn't it?
What, how shit we are?
It's genuinely like baffling how bad we can be for like years on end. What is it?
I just think, like, again, you set the tone in the first 10 minutes and you start like that, and then the game, you go on and 30 minutes you're not having shots, and you just set yourself up. You set yourself up to mistakes.
Yeah.
You know, we talk about the pitch and stuff like that, but again, it's basics.
Yeah.
Go to Martinez. If he's struggling, create an angle, give it him back, and then you go out the way, or just play long. Yeah. How many times do keepers just play long?
Because he's like stood still and square, isn't he? And all his options are closing in on him.
It's a stupid pass
and
anyway.
In the end, he just gets it completely wrong.
Onana can see two players. You know, he's facing the play.
Oh, get Xerxes off, man. Just get him off.
I'm surprised that he wasn't ruthless at half time and just take him off after that showing in the first half. But again, I'm all for giving people opportunities, but something needs to change.
Yeah. It's a good ball.
Get there.
He's quite got the pace, has he? But
good defense.
That was something at least. Actually, trying to play through the lines a little bit. A run off his man from Ahmad. He's onside.
Is he offside?
As well there.
No, he's onside.
He's lost it though.
Look at that.
We've got to win that.
Yeah, I think the next 5 to 9 minutes. I think 60-minute mark. I think it needs a refresh. Or bring a few people on. Probably Hoyland for Xerxes. I
get Mount on as well, because Mount likes to run about on a bit of energy.
Bit of energy, yeah. It's not good though.
Someone's called the police on United. I'd like to report a crime against football, please.
Yeah, it's not been the best of a showing so far. But this is where, you know, in games like this, like, you want to see people take responsibility. Do you understand what I mean? Like the Brunos and Casemiro's, you know, like drop in and start setting the tempo of the game. It needs people to stand up now, away from home Europa League.
Yeah.
You know, need someone to step up.
Yeah, we do.
That's the pass you should have done before. Yeah. It's hopeful, innit?
Yeah,
it's poor, lads. It's poor.
It's very poor so far, isn't it?
If you was the manager now, Jay, what are you doing?
I'd take Xerxes off for Hoyland. That'd be my first one.
Yeah.
Maybe Marcus off for Garnacho. Yeah. He's just not in the game at all, Marcus.
Oh,
and he's on a yellow, and he's
gone.
And he's gambling.
He's gone. I thought he reached to his pocket then.
Yeah, I did. He barely touched him though, did he?
No, it's not that. But I don't even. I think he's making a bit of a meal.
Their player.
Yeah.
They'll have a look at that. They'll VAR that or something. No, he's got stuck in the ground.
It's his arse that touches him. He literally jumps through the air and then sits on his foot, and he's gone down like he's been fucking...
The pitch, he slips. His standing leg. Watch his left leg. His standing leg, he slips.
Oh, he's making a meal out of that little fucking knobhead.
It's literally his bum that lands on
Wow, look, what's all this? Oh my God.
He slipped then, his standing leg slipped.
Yeah.
It's not like a fucking ambulance on the pitch for him, because he's fucking... Marcus sat on his heel.
Understand what I mean with that there though? Like, just go out wide.
Yeah.
I don't know what, like, he can see.
Yeah, it's so
Understand
bad.
what I mean? He
But
can
it's
see.
one of those ones, the more you watch it, the worse it is. It just looks terrible.
But what's by him giving Dillit the ball, he's obviously going to pop it back to him. Do you understand what I mean? Because his
What's
back's
Dillit
towards
meant
the
to do with
goal.
that, even if he gets
like
it?
he's facing that way. So all he's going to do is bounce it back. If you go to Martinez, he's side on, so he might receive it with his left leg and then play line.
Yeah.
Or if you create an angle, then he can just play long. It's just silly, that decision making's bizarre.
This guy, fucking hell, you'll be starting a GoFundMe page in a minute. Get on with the game, you dickhead. There's nothing wrong with you.
Hoyland's coming on, by the way.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
I think either Rashford or Xerxes. To be fair, I agree with you, Jake.
Oh
my
what's
God.
going on here?
And I'm not just saying this because of that. I would take Dallow off for Mount, put Ahmad back at right wing back, Mount in the 10. I'd get Rashford off for Garnacho and Xerxes.
Get
for
off
Hoyland,
him.
Personally, I think we need a bit of a absolute revamp up front. It's just
Hoyland's
so
coming
far.
on
Who
for.
It's going to be Rashford.
I think it needs to be Rashford
Yeah,
because
it's
of that
Rashford.
last incident.
Yeah.
He's on a warning now, isn't he, as well?
Yeah.
Anything he does. Yeah.
Not greeted by Amorim as he came off. Hold on. We never look fully comfortable on the ball, do we?
No.
And then we just do stuff like that.
To me, when we get the ball in them areas, we never look like we have options.
No.
Like, like say when Dalot's got the ball there,
Yeah.
he's asked to play long. Like, for me, like, there's no midfielder dropping in or
No.
don't know. It's very direct.
Which
few
doesn't
options.
feel like what
No, it's
Amorim
not.
typically
No, it's not.
wants his teams to do. And
That's
yet
good
we're
play.
yeah, it was really good from Ezra with that.
Like, look where Bruno is there to connect it. Just give him the ball.
Yeah. Is that right?
Casemiro.
Yeah.
There you go.
Do you think we'll have more than 2 shots on target between now and the end of the game?
No.
I like Ahmad, but I feel like when the ball's in here now, I think he needs to be more busy
Yeah.
in terms of getting in pockets and trying to get on the ball. I feel like
Yeah,
like there
Xerxes,
now, like just
yeah.
drop in.
Xerxes,
Get the
thing
ball.
that Xerxes just done on this side. He
Yeah,
needs to
look,
do on
he's
that
got
side.
a nice little pocket there. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah,
He
no,
needs to be a bit
100%.
more busy in terms of if he's going to play in that 10, he needs to get on the ball more.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's not playing as a winger, is he?
No.
He's almost acting like a winger when he should be in the gap, linking it between
Can't
the...
get over how direct we're being.
No, it's weird, isn't it?
God, this one now. Another one who's making a meal out of something. So annoying, isn't it? Because they can do this now for the next half hour.
I know, it's bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Make every
We've
free kick
given them
take
the
a
opportunity
minute
to
and
do
a half,
that.
2
It's
minutes.
just frustrating, give them something to hang on to.
These would have took a draw.
I know.
Last time.
Now
You know what I
that
mean?
fucking-
I've had 3 points. lads.
Yeah, don't you worry about that.
Yeah, got you sorted. We're down to 14th in the
Nice.
Europa League at the
Oh,
moment.
Great
brilliant.
play. Very, ooh.
Are you laughing there, Ethan?
What are you laughing at?
He's them right chuckle
I
there.
think he's watching Newcastle on the other screen.
Right, yeah.
It was brilliant from Bruno there, and then he ended up
was,
with
yeah.
a fucking dribbler crap pass.
Yeah, just nice and relaxed now.
Don't feel
So
relaxed, is it?
sloppy though.
Oh,
again.
who's that too?
It's sloppy again. Just relax.
Oh
on
my
the
God.
ball. Well done, Malacia.
Malacia, Dallow's. Just everyone's been crap, haven't they? What you got here? Nothing. To be
Yeah.
fair, he didn't have loads of options, but at least make an attempt at a pass. You can't just hold on to it
You
until
got a corner?
someone wins the
Or is it
ball
just
off
'cause
you.
he's a goal kick? I thought he took a deflection.
Vaseline.
It's so sloppy and it's so like no one's calm, composed, picking the right options,
Yeah.
keeping the ball. Seems very panicky and direct.
That's because of the lack of belief that they have in themselves to be able to
Yeah.
do something in this game, which is embarrassing for many reasons.
But that's why I'm saying, before when you're looking at players to stand up and, say if I'm Casemiro, I'm dropping in now and getting that ball. I'm like a deep sort of quarterback.
Jesus
You know what I
Christ.
mean? So this is all that's happening. It's dead direct. Someone needs to just slow it right
Do you
down, a
think-
bit of quality.
I can't imagine Amorim's telling us to play like this. Go on,
Go on,
Rasmus.
you're in.
Oh yeah,
You're in.
give us a
in here.
goal.
Go on.
Rasmus, 1-on-1. No, the defender's got back. He's alright, he can still get his shot off.
Doesn't he? Should do it on his right then, shouldn't he?
Yeah.
He should knock that and try and stay in front of his defender on his right foot there.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know why he stopped there.
Hesitated.
It's a gift, that, as well.
It
It's a
was.
good run as well because he saw
that's
it coming.
perfect, that.
That first touch there,
Right
go
leg.
past him.
Oh, it's like he slows down.
It does. Exactly. I think if he goes across him then and brings him down, he's off, innit?
Something to
It's
build
like
on.
what you saying then, Scotty, about belief.
Oh, there you go.
Do you know what I mean?
There we go. Anthony and
Oh, great touch by
Mount are
Xerxes
coming
there.
up. Great touch, yeah.
Great touch.
Go on, son.
Keep it now.
For the hero. What is it, Anthony and Mason Mount?
Mason Mount and Anthony, yeah.
Mountony.
Come on, Anthony, all is forgiven.
Your boy, that.
140 million quid's worth of players right
Right,
there.
we can't lose in that the case. You can't bring on 140 million quid's worth of talent against Viktoria Plzeň and not win the game.
I think,
Surely.
you know, like I'm saying about Ahmad dropping in them pockets, I think Mount might give you a little bit more of that in terms of dropping in and a bit of energy and knowing that
Come on,
10
Mason.
position. It's just written for Anthony to score for Jay, innit?
I hope so.
Mate, I fucking hope he does. Love nothing more. Make me eat my words.
Lads, it's poor,
What
innit?
is that?
Oh, lads. Left back's taking the mick there.
It's classic fucking Bruno, like, wasteful, innit? I wonder if, on the directness thing, do you think there could be something in Amrin maybe saying this pitch is slow as shit, be a bit more direct, or do you just think it's the players losing their heads? Because this is what we used to do under Ten Hag, wasn't it? When our backs were against the wall, the game just became really stretched and we just go long and pump it forward too quick. Do you think? I don't think Amrim's happy with this.
I don't. I just feel like, again, like, say when the defenders have got the ball, we need to be intelligent and brave and get in them pockets and get on the ball.
Yeah.
Like, we're hiding, so then it reverts into playing long and direct, but it's just coming straight back to us.
Yeah.
It's like I'm looking at Ahmad in them areas, and like Bruno's being brave and getting on now, but where's the next pass?
Fuck, you know what? Thank
Yeah.
fuck that was a free kick. 'Cause that could have been a second goal.
Come
for
on.
them.
That's good from Bruno.
Yeah, linking the
Right,
play.
go on, Anthony, run at him.
Good ball.
Chop. Oh,
Oh,
brilliant! Yes. Yes! Oh, great goal.
Well done there.
Great
Good
goal.
from Bruno. Anthony
Very
did
good.
really well. Ahmad was brilliant with a chop
That
inside
chop
the box,
inside,
and Hoyland.
brilliant.
There you
These
go.
are the sorts
Well
of
done.
goals I want him to score. That's
Yeah.
2 in a week.
Very
straight
good.
in. Straight on, sorry, and gets a goal straight away almost.
Great goal.
A little rebound,
Yeah.
right area, centre forward goals. Perfect.
Ahmad,
Is that
brilliant,
Ahmad with the
Ahmad.
Mexican?
Yeah, Ahmad
Brilliant.
was brilliant.
Oh.
If you're a striker, you want to be scoring 15 of them a season, and that sets you up for being a top
Fantastic
player.
play. That's
It's
brilliant.
really
that.
good.
Like say
Really
there,
good.
Bruno's energy to drive forward
Yeah,
and play.
you
It
called
sets
it
the
straight
tone.
away.
Yeah, Bruno
Sets the
started the
tone.
whole move, didn't
Sets the
he?
tone. Get it right. Got great play from Ahmad. Brilliant. That's what it needs. A bit of enthusiasm and drive and
Yeah.
quality.
Yeah, and since Rasmus has been on, he's had 2 good chances in about 5 minutes.
That's it.
And
That's what you
it's-
need.
Yeah, he's making runs off the ball. He's using his physicality. I know he messed the first one up, but he made an early run because he predicted what the defender was going to do, and he got on the end of it.
Yeah.
And then there again, Ahmad, brilliant. But good pass through from Anthony, and like you
Yeah.
said, Bruno actually injecting a bit of energy into the attack rather than
That's it.
just playing it long.
Bit of
It's
enthusiasm
not
and
that hard,
drive.
is it? Do the right things and you get good stuff.
Again, taking responsibility from deep and driving on and trying to force your team forward.
So Anthony's right wing back, Mount is in at the 10, and Ahmad's staying on the other side as a 10 as well, just for anyone who's not sure how those subs sort of shaped up.
Away. Well
Well
done.
done by Bruno.
Bit of energy now.
Good. It's a good pass that, under pressure.
Time.
Take your-
Time.
Should have let Martinez have that because he could see everything on his strong foot.
Time.
Casemiro.
Well done. That's nice, to be fair.
Come on now.
Go on, Anthony.
Oh.
Fucking hell.
Bloody hell.
That was a bobble.
I know.
See him then look at the pitch straight away.
That's what I'd do as well,
Polo foot.
to be fair.
That haircut is fucking drastic.
You should do that.
Well, that mullet.
Yeah.
Same. Imagine if we could. Be unreal, wouldn't it? Imagine a ginger one of them.
That look, man.
Unreal,
Lightning
wasn't it?
that.
Oh, I thought he was in there.
I think it'd make you run faster that if you had that haircut.
Honestly. Animal. Get up.
Go on, Bruno. Well done. Good send.
Done.
Good.
Well done. Foul.
Yeah,
Oh.
Ben's gonna give it that way. Before the goal went in, Steve Doyle says this is what happens when you play walking football. Give it to Mike. He says there's nothing in their play that suggests this can be tied. More or less win it. I think he means like there's nothing that suggests we'll get a draw, let alone a win. Again, that happened before the goal. JH said might be seeing the last few games of Marcus Rashford at Man United, possibly.
He's got to do better than he's done tonight. He's going to, have a chance under Amorim because this was an opportunity and he's not taking it.
No. Caleb says what club is going to look at the players we've got and want to buy them? Bunch of basket cases out there. Yes, does appear that way, doesn't it? Great pass. Good run from Ahmad as well.
Free kick now. Free kick. Oh, he's
Keep going.
Go on, Mount.
Well done, Mount.
Poor ball at the end.
Fucking hell.
Oh!
Mazraoui's so good, that.
Yeah,
so
it's
good.
really good.
Go on, Mazraoui.
He's been so consistent.
Go on,
since
lad.
he's come.
Yeah.
Been very good. Great ball from Bruno.
Yeah. Little
It's
corner
the
of
love.
the eye. That
Get
one.
around him. That's it. Give it him then, if you're going to do it.
Don't do
Hit
it.
it. Oh my God.
Fucking hell.
Here we go.
I wish he'd never scored that goal against Forest.
What's up with Anthony as well? He's doing the same thing.
Honestly. Every game he has at least one little cut inside 25
You
yarder.
can see it straight away. That first touch, you know what he's going through his mind and what he's doing. He's thinking,
mate.
I'm going to score an absolute thunderbastard here.
Nice.
yeah,
great
he's in
play.
there. Go on,
Who was
son.
that pass there?
That'll
Oh,
do.
touch
Good ball,
finish.
that. Go on.
Oh, ref pen. Oh,
It's all happening.
Oh, wow.
Ah!
Hit it. Oh.
Fucking hell.
What happened with Hoyland there? It looked like they were all over him. It was a lovely pass. Was it Anthony who
Anthony,
played that?
yeah,
pass?
Ahmad
It's a Hoyland, that. It's a good
Yeah.
ball, to be fair.
Yeah.
with.
Yeah, well, and the ball to him was really good as well. I think that was maybe Ahmad.
What are they going to do? They're going
We're
to check
checking
that.
for a penalty.
Oh,
You've got to check that.
Let's have a look then.
It's like, he's had his back to go. He
It looked
dragged
like
him
it
down
looked
like from
it
the
to
back.
me. Can we see a replay, please? TNT. I like the ref's back as much as anyone, but I wouldn't mind seeing the football.
There
here
we
we go.
Hold.
Probably not quite. It's hard to
Saying
see.
that he went to ground though.
Saying
It
he
was a
pulled
bit,
him down.
bit silly, wasn't it? But
I'm
No.
not giving it. I think it was maybe a shot.
Certainly improved, haven't we, since the subs have come
Yeah,
on the last
100%.
10 minutes.
more energy.
Actually getting the ball into the box.
Well done. Brilliant, Mount. Slide, Mount.
Mason.
Oh, go on. That's
a
it.
fair.
He's got the ball. Got the ball.
Corner.
Well, if he ain't got the ball, we'll find out.
No, he has it.
Mount knows he did.
Yeah, he did. It's a great tackle that.
Mount's been good.
Mount's energy
Yeah.
and
It's more like it.
Change
Mason
his-
Mount.
change of pace
He's
has been
running
very
off the
good.
ball
yeah.
and his energy, like you said. Yeah,
It's a great
good-
tackle. That.
Tackle that, to be fair with him.
Just inches in it though, isn't there? Corner to United. Come on,
Here we go.
beat the first man here.
That driving forward and
Come
off the
on.
ball movement, brilliant. from Mount.
Casemiro.
That's poor again.
Jesus
Absolutely.
Christ. That's so
That
shit.
Garbage cross.
Fucking like
It's like slipping off his
3
foot.
inches off the ground.
That's twice now. Change it up.
Yeah.
Put someone else on it. Put a right leg on it.
Yeah, it is.
There we
Look,
go.
is that
Oh, look at RH
Listen,
again.
RH
Seriously.
calls it.
What's going on here, lads?
Hey, hammering out RH in.
Bruno's taking
There's
this
the
one.
statue.
I bet you he does
Remote-
the same thing
Of
now.
course you will.
He's got more on it, but
Wait.
it's too much on
Oh, I'm ball. I'm ball. I'm ball.
it. Ooh. They'll check
They'll
it.
check it.
Corner again.
We all think that was on ball. Not we, the team think it was on ball.
Let's have a look.
Can't see.
I don't know. I didn't see that.
Can't tell from there at all. Not giving it.
Checked it.
Couldn't really see it at all from that angle we had.
No, that was completely
Another
useless.
corner.
That's
Oh,
a good ball.
Casemiro.
Oh, I just went over it. Protect it. I've done Mount.
Mount's energy's shown,
Like it.
Yeah.
been obvious
Definitely.
immediately, hasn't it? Yeah. To be fair, even Anthony's improved things.
No, he has.
Hoyland as well, definitely, obviously,
I'm
but
looking. Put it in the box.
it's made a difference.
First time.
He's put too much on.
Nice.
No.
Oh,
Bit optimistic, that one. Win that, though. Oh, that's good play from them.
Smash.
Bad touch.
Yes, Cass.
Well done. Smart there, Casemiro. Because he could have just tried to make the tackle.
Go on,
and
lad.
lost possession.
Come on, lads. The ball's stopped.
Much better from United.
Yeah,
last
they've gone up
5-10
the gears
minutes.
now, haven't
Yeah,
they?
have.
Yeah.
It's good. Mount, like you said,
I think we
introduction
can
of
win
Mount.
this
And
now.
If we win this, we could go in the top 8 in it.
Really?
Everyone, I think everyone except the team in first
on,
will
Bruno.
have a game
Decent
in hand on us,
ball in,
won't
son.
they? But even
No.
Well,
Jesus Christ,
FCSC,
that's
we play
worse.
them next
Oh.
month, don't we? I
yeah.
think.
Where are they? Who is that? FC? Is that Young Boys?
Ah, don't let it bounce.
Um,
Trouble. As soon as you let it bounce, it's trouble. Just head it back. Trouble here, by the way,
Should
lads.
have enough men back to deal with this.
Cover your man,
He'll cut
Anthony.
inside
Cover your
and
man.
finish. Great
Oh,
tackle.
brilliant. Mazraoui,
That is so
brilliant.
good, you know.
Mazraoui.
So consistent.
Hey,
and
great,
Very
yeah.
good. Come on, get
Ahmad's
at him.
got a
Come
bit
on.
of space here now, and that's the other. Go on then, switch it.
Switch it, yeah. It's the one.
Too long.
See that there? Just keep.
Yeah, so who is
Pushing.
FCSB?
FC Steaua Bucharest.
Oh, Steaua Bucharest.
That's just what they call that nowadays.
I knew it was a team that I knew. If you know what I
Yeah,
mean, but I
yeah.
can't remember who it was.
Romania, that's in it.
Yeah. Yeah, Bucharest, Bucharest. Yeah,
Yeah.
Romania.
Moving the ball.
1.24 on the XG now. You know.
Nice. What Great ball. Great
Is
ball,
that Mount?
Bruno.
Oh, Hoyland, sorry.
Bruno,
In the front post.
fantastic.
Scored there,
Ball
shouldn't
across
he?
the box. Thought he was going to
What a
score.
pass that was
That's a
from Bruno.
fantastic
Look at this from
pass from
Bruno.
He's got
Oh,
Oh, just any touch and that's in.
should have scored.
Gotta score.
He just missed times it.
Fucking hell.
He's there, isn't he?
There, like you saying, Joe, he's getting in those positions.
Yeah, so much better.
Gotta do better there.
Great ball from Bruno. That.
There's modern football for you. 51 coming off, 80 coming on. Fucking hell.
Unbelievable, isn't it? Aye.
Game's gone.
Game's got. It's a great knock. That great ball.
Yeah, it was a great ball from Bruno. I think he's been good today, Bruno. You know.
Nah, Bruno,
I think
he was the only one in
Mazraoui
the first
and
half.
Bruno are probably our two
It
best
looked
players.
like he was really making things
I think
happen.
Cass.
Or trying to make things happen, I should say.
Dalot's been poor.
He has been poor. He's done that a lot where he's given the ball away. He wants a foul here, doesn't he, that player? Bloody hell. No, you don't.
Oh.
Bloody hell, I
He
thought he was
did
going to
so
score
well
there.
there, player.
Oh.
I thought he was just playing for a foul, but he won. That was really good. And Vidra probably could have done better in the end. He does really well here, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Stepping across well,
I
using
thought
his
he was gonna
body.
buy a
It's a
foul
good
there
cross
as
as
well.
well.
Good
Oh, he
first
should- he
touch
should
from
have
him
done
as
better,
well,
actually.
You know. It's a great first touch to trap it.
Yeah.
Just the finish wasn't. That's a great first touch. Boom.
He could have
Glad,
waited.
I'm glad he done that, but
Yeah.
probably should have hit the target there.
Yeah.
God, just don't fuck about, Onana. Come on.
Martinez.
Hold on.
Bruno.
I thought the lick had completely fucked it then. He took that touch and then he panicked and I
This is what
panicked.
United does to you.
It says there on the background, learn CPR now. That, I feel like we might need
For
it.
Joe.
Fucking hell, that shit me up that. Nice little
I'll
flick.
do that.
Come on
I'll
now.
keep going.
No,
Go on, go!
Get up. Go on higher.
Pressure him. Okay. I'm really glad Hoyland's getting a few goals, you know.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Because I like him. He seems like a nice bloke. I like the type of player he is. And I feel sorry for him that he's had so few chances since he arrived. And we've been over that a million times. But he's the sort of person you can root for. Isn't he?
Oh yeah,
Rasmus Højlund.
100%.
I like him.
And this was a season where we need to see what he's about this season.
Yeah.
With me and you, I think all of us have sat here and said this is a season where 16 in your first season is decent. Next season you got to kick on a little bit and show that you can be that guy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you don't need replacing with someone from the transfer market.
Yeah.
And I think that so far under
Ooh.
Amorim, he's doing well.
Yeah. And for me as well, he's cemented himself in the last few weeks as our best number 9.
Yeah.
I don't really have any questions about that
Well,
anymore.
Marcus
I think
isn't
he's our
a
best
9,
number 9.
and he's having a bad spell anyway. And Xerxes not that guy,
Side,
is
huh?
he? Not yet anyway. It's
No.
only early days, but he's not looking like that guy. It's got to be Højlund for me on Sunday.
Yeah.
When
Just a little bit. Just a
No,
second.
sorry,
Just
sorry.
a little bit of love for Casemiro, by the way. He's won 91% pass accuracy. He's won 10 out of 10 of his ground duels. I think in terms of tackles, I'm not sure how many he's had, but he's been dominant in the midfield. I think he's actually had a really good game quietly today, Casemiro. I know we're all used to not that we slag him off all the time, but we've seen a decline in Casemiro in recent seasons. I think he's having a good game today, personally. 4 out of 7
I
tackles
agree
as well.
with all that, and it's good to see because I don't think I'd be surprised if he started the derby.
Yeah, me too.
I think it'll be Maynard and you get back in if they're fit. But he's done well today, 100%.
Yeah, he has.
There's no excuses really as well. Like they should be fucking. I'm not having a dig at Casemiro. He's done well. It's just annoying
Good play.
that some of them had a bad game because this opposition isn't that great.
No, nice little layoff from Ahmad. That.
Yeah, it was good that.
Bruno
Yeah,
does.
go on, Andy, run at him.
Inside. Bruno.
Although-
Whip it.
Oh, it's not the right.
Shite.
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
Left leg.
go on.
Oh, left leg. He should have done that. It's gone now.
And
I should have done that left legs first time.
Fucking hell, it's one of the worst shots I've ever seen.
I was just saying about,
Yeah,
like
sorry.
you're saying about Xerxes. It's early days. When is it past the threshold where you go, right, yeah, it's not early days no more?
No, I think
You know
you're
what I
getting
mean?
there.
Like-
I know your point.
I
thought
I'll
that-
give everyone a season at least.
That
Yeah.
Everton game gave him a real bonus because when he was announced, I was at the ground, everyone was like, 60, gets a couple of goals. People go, okay, maybe we've been a bit hasty with him. Maybe there's something there. Not been great tonight,
No.
but he's still relatively. I just feel that by January, people are going to be like, I know it's only a month away, but
Yeah.
people are going to expect to have seen something.
Yeah. I think.
He's not a kid as well, isn't he? How old is he? He's like 23.
Yeah.
So he's not. No, he's young. He's not like.
Yeah.
He's
He's
not
not.
like
sort
Hoyland
of-
was 19 when he joined us.
He's
wasn't
not
he?
finding his feet as a
Or 20,
professional as
sorry.
he is.
Yeah, he's had a few seasons now.
Yeah.
We don't get the benefit as well at United because of the state of the club at the moment. You don't get the benefit of a longer grace period
no,
as,
no,
as you would at
definitely,
like a Man City or stuff.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah,
was
yeah,
it Mateus
totally.
Nunes there
Yeah.
who's been
I
allowed
kept
like a
forgetting
season
that.
and a
That's
half?
better.
Anthony
Go on,
Gordon.
Diallo.
There's options on the left here. There's options.
Mount.
Here. Find a pass.
Left leg, yes! Oh,
Bury
save.
that.
Oh, what a save. Should score though.
He's got to bury that.
He's got to do better there.
I'm mad again.
I'm wondering whether he could have let
First
him
touch is very good, to
First
take him
touch is
into space.
perfect. There's not.
Oh,
The
it's
only
the
thing he
keeper's
has to do
backside.
differently is score. Like he's winding
Yeah.
it up. The ball spins slightly off to the left hand side, but
Does he loft that over him like a
yeah,
little dink?
a little dink.
Know what I
Or
mean?
yeah, because it's bouncing. Maybe just an inside of the foot on the kind of half volley a little bit, just take it
Yeah.
over him. But you just got to score there, haven't you, from that position?
I think
But brilliant again from
Yeah.
Ahmad.
Very
And
good.
Anthony
Anthony
did
as
really
well.
well to win the ball there.
Ahmad and Anthony linked up well there.
Yeah, again, like they did for the first.
had a
goal.
bit of a lease of life, Ahmad as well. He seems to be
Yeah.
getting at him a
He
lot
looks
more, doesn't
completely different, Ahmad, to the first
he?
half.
Yeah.
What's that?
Like you were saying as well about the positions he's getting himself in.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't where you wanted him before, was he?
Yeah.
And now he is.
Oh, definitely. I think with Xerxes as well, we brought him in. Clearly he's got something. That's why he's
Yeah.
been brought in. So I think, we're saying he's been poor tonight and not been a fan, but mate, just needs to bring it out of him, a bit of confidence, and hopefully goals will breed that and good performance. You just
Yeah.
need to see a little bit more, don't we?
The thing that worries me about him is that he's not really a goal-scoring striker. So how often will he get those? If it's
Yeah.
if it's going to take goals to build his confidence,
yeah.
he's a 12-goal-a-season guy anyway.
Mm.
So that worries me a little bit. He's
Okay,
getting
yeah.
a goal every sort of 4 or 5 games.
Yeah.
Will he get the opportunity to build his confidence? I hope he does. And like we said in the first half, some of the mistakes he made in the first half and the lax passing and all that would embarrass me if I was playing, and I'm shit. So he's obviously got a level that we aren't seeing at the minute, and
He'll know
hopefully
his
we can start to
Southall
see it.
standards
Yeah,
as
of
well.
course. Yeah, but I like I said, obviously sometimes I know in the past with Di Maria and certain players we've sold them after a season, so you can't always say it. But
Yeah.
there's plenty of players who have bad first seasons who go on to be good players. So I'd give him a little while longer yet. But what we've seen so far hasn't been good enough at all from Xerxes. Good ball again there, Bruno. I feel a little bit sorry for Mount there because he's deserved a goal.
Yeah,
I think
he has.
with how energetic, and he's been a big reason why this performance feels completely different last 15 minutes. But it just the finish just wasn't good enough, really, was it?
Yeah, it was
It was
just
that
a little
coming
bit sort of straight.
Yeah,
It was
gotcha.
like there wasn't any way of it
There was no
going in.
finesse with it.
Yeah,
was there?
the only way it was going in is if he got out of the way.
Yeah. I think does he try to sort of Dallow's struggling. Does he try and side foot it through the keeper's legs?
I think you're right. I think that's the only thing I could think he's trying to do.
I don't even think he's thinking about a corner or anything. I think he's just hitting the target there,
Right,
and there's no real idea of
just on his left.
Yeah, it's just
not
like
left-footed, is
it?
Just getting his foot through
like
it
I said,
almost.
should he dink it? Should he like Joe said, little half
Go on, run, lad.
side foot?
Yeah.
I think
But that requires a bit more confidence.
Yeah,
doesn't
just
it?
a
If that's
bit
a
of
Cole
composure,
Palmer or
yeah.
something, he's probably taking
of
half a
composure.
step and just dinking it. But
Yeah.
Mount's not in that place at the minute, is he?
But again, since he's come on, the energy, the enthusiasm, the positions he's been picking up, I think he's been a breath of fresh air since he's come on.
I do think that's one of those things that just goes underrated because you can't see it on a stat sheet. Like, the whole team has felt different since we made those subs. There's more energy, and even the players who were already on, the likes of Ahmad, who was struggling, now looks like the Ahmad that we've seen for the last few weeks.
Yeah.
And a lot of that, or certainly a good part of that, is Mason Mount's energy and work rate. That's a stinking shot.
I wonder how much
Anthony.
that's to do with Anthony coming on as well and performing alongside Ahmad and maybe
going on
holding
here,
more
by
space.
the
'Cause
way.
before that, he was playing with Dallow.
Yeah. Anthony's been good. He's had some couple of stupid shots like he just did there, but for the goal and the chance as well, he's done good things both times. What's happened here? Ooh. Saw one. I don't think it's a foul. He gets kicked.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong
They both
with
come together at the same time there, don't they? I don't think it's a
that. Wants a
penalty.
pen, doesn't he?
Yeah. Because he'd be taking it, that's why. What's Delic been booked for?
Probably
Argue
won't.
it.
I think Garte and Garnacho are they are.
Yeah. Ugarte and Garnacho have come on for Casemiro, and I'm going to assume Ahmad. Or maybe Dallo. And drop Ahmad back. Not sure. Yeah, it's Dallo. Dallo. To be fair, it's unfortunate that we have to drop Ahmad back because he has been good last 10 minutes, but Dallo's been so mistake prone tonight. Is he playing left wing back, Garnacho?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Blimey.
So, risky one.
Yeah. Didn't expect to see that. I
Right,
thought it'd
come
be
on,
Ahmad.
7 minutes now.
I like that Garte.
Oh,
referee!
That's a booking, that ref.
Give
Is it not a foul?
That's lovely from Ahmad.
No
Garte
foul
getting
for
on
that?
it straight away. I like that. Getting on the ball right away.
Did he give a foul there?
No, I don't think so. I don't know.
Yeah, must have done it.
The player they cut to them was actually Will Hughes in a Palace
I was
shirt,
just thinking
wasn't
Will Hughes.
it? Yeah.
That's
With
all
the-
I keep thinking.
With the Palace shirt and his
Yeah.
like complexion, it literally
Man
looked
just
like
said
they just
that.
cut to Will
Keeps-
Hughes.
Every time I see it, I think of Will Hughes. I think of that fucking red card.
Dink. Nice.
Look, that's good. It's
A
good.
little bit
Some
behind.
luck
Come
at that.
on.
Positive
Come on,
from
lads.
Oil and that.
Let's not concede. Interesting, Garnacho at left wing back. What do you make of that, Jay?
If you're going to try it, why not? Why not now? Eh?
Yeah. Good point. You think he can work there?
I'm a little bit doubtful. But I'm happy to be proven wrong.
Yeah.
Get up.
Oh, what's he touched like here?
Oh,
Not good enough.
nice.
Well done.
Garte. Very
Ugarte
good.
loves winning the ball back, doesn't he?
Poor. So poor.
That's bad from Garnacho, that.
That's here we go.
It's not a penalty. Fucking hell.
Just
That's
follow
why
it.
What's he
Garnacho can't
thinking
play.
there?
Oh,
though?
again?
Same with that. What?
Heavy
It's not-
touch there.
Oh,
Got away with that because his touch was terrible.
Hold on.
Alive.
Yeah.
Going off you go.
That's like decision making 101, that innit?
That was
I don't know
poor.
what he was
Chip a
thinking there.
ball
Square
into-
ball as well.
Chipping it into the middle of the park.
Oh, Bruno,
That was
brilliant.
absurd.
It was, wasn't it?
Bruno, fantastic. That then little dummy.
That was
Leaving it.
horrible to watch. I was like, do you think Garnacho can play left wing back and then he just
And then just
digs
does that.
to their man
Honestly.
like on the edge of our box? Maybe not. Yeah, that's nice.
Ooh,
it's
I'm
good
Oh, it's good
touch
defending there, lad.
Yeah.
It was on that as well. It was a good effort. That.
Patrice Ever interception, that one.
Don Garte again. Very good. Touch
Bloody
play.
hell, he took that. I think that was a pass to delete that, wasn't it? And Masraoui just was like, I'll stop that. Well done.
Well done, Mount. Brilliant.
Yes.
Oh,
go
what
on
a ball that
knock
is.
him away. Knock him away.
Oh, it's got to be stronger
Got
there, hasn't
to
he?
get the ball there.
Big man. Have it.
It was nice seeing Martinez play that pass though.
Yeah, it was. It was a
Deli-
lovely pass. That.
Hoyland wanted it, but did you see he pointed and then hesitated and then had to go again. I think once you get that partnership going, where he knows that Martinez is going to
That's
play that every
better.
time,
That's good.
spin him, cross it. Unlucky.
I want to see a little bit more of that from Højlund. You
Yeah.
know, like he looks like he's a big, strong lad. Like sometimes,
Go on then.
sometimes he, tries to jump into people rather than protecting things. It's nice to see the little bit of getting his body in and protecting it. Well done. Oh, that would have been nice.
Come on, United.
Probably weren't expecting it from Martinez.
Yeah.
It's lovely that though.
He's coming on. That's all I've got on that. Go on.
Oh,
Again.
come
Right,
on.
that's what you do now, lad.
Oh, right, settle. Not taking no. Look at that again, though.
Oh,
Lads.
This is a keeper we
well
bought
done,
for his
Mazraoui.
distribution.
Out wide.
yes.
Go on, off you go.
Okay.
Drive. Just keep going. Oh, love it.
Go on,
That's
Bruno.
so
Well
brilliant.
done, Bruno.
1v1.
Fucking brilliant.
1v1. Why you hesitate? Oh.
Oh, you know what? Really well played.
That's
that.
better.
It was a
Brilliant.
really
Play.
good move that from United.
Bruno again, brilliant.
Brilliant from Bruno. Finding space there where it didn't look like there was any space whatsoever.
I know we ended up having a shot here, but I would have loved to have seen Højlund go at him quicker
Yeah.
there and get a shot off himself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As soon as you got it there, 1v1 inside, bam. Slowed it right down, didn't he?
He did. Vidra coming off.
What's he seeing there, lad?
Did Savage just call him the best player on the park then?
What?
Vidra. Oh, Ahmad. I was going to say, because Vidra just came off and I just heard him say best player on the park. I thought, because he's tapped the ball in from 4 yards out, he's the best player on the park. No, they touched the ball.
Aye.
But no, he was on about Ahmad, that's fair enough.
Bruno, I get it. Brilliant again. Great energy. Brilliant.
His energy is
Oh,
fucking
mate.
crazy.
Well done.
It's crazy.
I didn't think he had any right getting to that then.
It's crazy how hard he works. He must be knackered. I think he's just genetically
He's a
mental.
genetic freak, innit?
Yeah.
He never gets injured and he covers every blade of grass.
It's crazy, isn't it? It's absolutely crazy, the tank he's got in him. I bet you he could run a marathon or a half marathon so quick. I bet he'd be so good at that little half marathon slice. He's very good. Have you ever done a half marathon?
No, I'd like to.
You should do.
I'd like to do one. Yeah, I'd like
Jay's
to do
done one.
No, I
Have you?
haven't.
Oh, Jay.
No.
Sorry, it's me, not
Yeah,
Jay. Sorry.
this is all
Yeah,
it's
I
leading
love
up to.
Yeah,
This is
so-
the whole point of his
I've
fucking
Which one?
argument.
Which one, Joe?
The Manchester half marathon.
When
And then
did they take
guess,
place?
Technically, I guess I did do 2 half marathons in back to back when I did the York Marathon.
Oh, okay.
Bit
Fucking-
awkward.
Love
know
it.
what I mean?
Bit
'Cause
awkward.
I like it, mate.
Fucks
I
off
love
So
that.
you're doing a half marathon, eh, Scotty?
I am doing the Media City one in February. I didn't
Brilliant.
invite Jay to do it with me.
Why do you need me to do
Love
a half
that,
marathon?
mate.
I said, I don't need you.
Do you
I'm
know what I
still
mean?
doing
Do you need
it.
to fucking hold your hand.
I would like to do one though. He's still getting him
Honestly.
or not?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
30
Don't do one with him.
minutes,
He doesn't like doing them on his own.
Why are you not doing it with him though?
Last
No,
time I sleep out on the streets for you. No? Couldn't sleep out on your own.
I missed that then.
I did.
Rasmus Højlund there, and it was the
Go on,
same
Højlund.
ball that Martinez played before, but because he hesitated, he didn't have the goal side. He didn't get goal side of his centre back,
Come on,
and this
United.
time
Oh, Nana's getting on the action.
yeah.
What you are, Jay? Well,
he's milking it, innit?
Hey, he loves it, doesn't he?
No, we've all
Rumbling for the
we've all
pitch.
won the game
Look at
today,
me.
haven't we,
Oh,
lads?
brilliant. Oh,
Fuck me, that's great. Oh, yes.
brilliant finish.
There you
It's
go.
really good, that.
First
Great
touch
free kick.
got away from him. What a finish that is. Oh,
Brilliant.
great finish. I love that.
Yeah. That's a great striker's goal. He's had 2
Brilliant
fantastic
finish.
goals today, Højlund.
That touch
I
wasn't
know
the
the
best,
first
but
one wasn't a great finish, but being there is really good for him.
Yeah.
And that one, that's the sort of
Yeah.
thing he should become known for. That
Yeah.
he's got the size, he's got the pace.
rolling people.
What's
Yeah,
that? 5
roll
goals in
people
6
and
matches
stick
now.
him in.
He's fucking
You know
flying.
what? That touch wasn't the best, but it's set him perfectly
Yeah.
for like the finish.
You knew what he was doing.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Right, let's no silly
It's all
mistakes
part of the
now.
master plan.
If he was one of my players, I would have said he read it.
We call that the RH pop.
Nah, it's so good. What a finish, though. He meant that. We worked on it last
I worked,
week.
so yeah,
Nah,
I saw
I'm
that
joking,
one.
I'm joking. That's
Nah,
a
do
great
you know
finish,
what?
though. Perfect
The finish
finish.
was great.
That's a shit pass.
And there's a player full of confidence, just in time for the derby to smash
I
them
like
blue
that.
bastards.
Come on, 2 goals. Perfect.
There you go. We'll have that.
Ahmad's kicked
look at
into
him,
life
kid.
as well.
Yeah, he has. The subs completely changed the game, didn't
It's
they?
fucking good to see that, isn't it? Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
It's a sneaky one from Amram. Start the players who are out of form,
Yeah.
knowing that the players who come on for them are better,
Yeah.
and that
And
way we'll have.
you look like
I'll
a
get
genius.
praise for making good subs.
Oh,
That's a stinker from
Bruno.
Bruno, well done, delete. Nah, it's a good tackle. That. Shut up. Into the 90th minute. Come on.
Protect it. Yes, good lad. Brilliant.
Find a
that.
pass. Find a pass.
Garte, brilliant. Oh,
No.
First bit was
no.
good, wasn't it?
He's got 2 men. He could have found Højlund there, or
Yeah.
just laid it out straight to the wing.
How many minutes do you reckon?
Stoppage.
Ireland, great energy there.
Man City
Love
yesterday.
that.
Did you see? It
That was so funny.
2
Was
minutes.
it 2?
2 minutes. I mean, not that I'm coming up with any pro Man City conspiracies, but I haven't seen 2 minutes at the end of a 90 minutes in about 10 years.
No, I haven't.
And it
Be
just
about
so happened
4,
to
won't
be.
it?
Yeah. It just so happened to be 2 when City were losing.
Oh, no.
Well done,
Great
Delict.
defending.
Well done, Delict. 5 minute stoppage time
Great
to come.
defending. Brilliant.
Sounds hard.
Well, I know he's thinking, I'm a fucking ninja.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels there.
Who do you think
Hey.
you are?
Go on.
Melvin from something.
Yeah, nice.
Marvin Humes. Is it him? It was in what band was it?
From JLS.
Yeah, it's the other one from JLS though. What's
Not
he
you,
called?
the other one.
The guy who did all the flips and that. It wasn't Marvin. It was.
Am-
Go on, we're in the break. On the break. 3v1. 3v1. Go on,
Come on, lads.
Oh,
That's
3v1.
Go on. Give it him back.
I'm out,
Hat-trick.
I'm out.
Hat-trick. Hat-trick.
Hit it. Oh, go on, Højlund.
Oh, there it is. I thought that
it's
was
gotta
Højlund.
do better
It wasn't-
there,
it was
haven't we?
coming in.
That was like us 3 on the counter attack. That one.
Nah, we would have scored.
Yeah, you would have done all right. We would. It was like me, Scotty, and Jay on the counter
You have
attack.
it. No, I don't want it. Well, you know.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah,
No, he's
well,
off, he's off, he's off,
about
he's
to
off.
say we've gone from almost getting a fucking third to them
3v1.
scoring.
You've got
He's
to
got to do better there.
5
hasn't he?
minutes.
That's how bad it was. I thought Højlund was one of them. That's how good my eyesight was.
Yeah, I thought Anthony was Højlund. And if he was, he would have scored.
That's what I was saying. Hat-trick. Just give it in for his hat-trick. Not even there.
Anthony with his hat trick there.
What's going on here?
What's Mazraoui getting a booking for?
Delaying.
But what did he do? Isn't he just waiting for Onana to come and take it?
Harsh that.
Yeah, why me? That's what he just said. He's waiting for Onana's coming to take the ball, and Mazraoui stood next to it, and he gets a booking. What's he got booked for?
Disgusting that. The
That's
referees
weird.
cost us the game.
Good. Brilliant. Oof. That here in the face.
It's gone down, ref.
Oh,
Head injury,
don't-
ref.
Oh, that's.
Have a word.
Oh, well done. Great
Well done,
defending that. Great defending.
Let's get rid of Onana.
Pun. Well done, Rasmus.
He's impressed me on that side of the game, Rasmus. Like, bit
done
of
really
fighting,
well.
a bit
Yeah.
of desire, like holding the ball up. Like, usually jumps into people, doesn't he, and stuff. It's nice to see.
I love the fact he jumps out of the way and he's miles away from him.
I'd love to be Onana's mate, you know.
Would you?
Yeah.
He's a cannon, isn't he?
Whatever way you go into his house, it's something mad's happening. He comes out, he's just loving it.
Yeah.
It's just fun, innit? Like, he just does fun stuff all the time, I bet he does.
I bet you go out his house, it's full of people and you don't know any of it.
Yeah.
You're like,
But
I'm
he's
sure you
loving
were
it.
all these people. And I don't know.
Dunno.
Just met him outside.
Good, innit? He's a right laugh, this guy. Or you go around and he's just reading all the time and it's just dead quiet and boring. You're like, where's the guy on the pitch? It's a persona.
Come on, lads.
Well done,
well
good
done.
interception.
Mazraoui again.
Right, another chance here now.
Go on, break. He's there.
Send him, send him.
Go on.
Great.
Go get
Go
the
on,
box.
give it Højlund.
Go on.
Hat trick.
Inside. Finish. Oh.
Diallo!
Oh.
Ran out
Bro,
of ideas, didn't he,
he
when he
did,
closed
didn't
it
he?
down?
Could have
Well,
just,
what did Rasmus say that hat trick?
just like I could do it. I thought he could just lay it across the box there for Højlund at one
Yeah.
point, but he's not. There was a man in the way. That's not a foul.
Brilliant, Agate. Brilliant. Oh.
Fucking hell!
Bloody hell, we've just turned into fucking shite. Come on.
Oh, no.
It's a good pass, that. As is that. Stop the cross.
Oh.
Well
Well
done.
done. He's everywhere, isn't he?
Mazraoui?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
Alright,
go on, Rasmus.
Who's
On
that?
your own,
Garnacho,
son.
go.
Go on, on your
Garnacho,
own.
go.
Keep going. Fuck him, go on your own.
Oh, it's poor. It's poor. Decision making. Quality poor.
Referee, a little step over there.
So odd.
Why is it kick start the game like 5 minutes to go, end to end?
Well done.
Why can't it just been like this? Like,
It's gone from the
this is what we
shittest
do,
game I've
yeah.
ever seen in my life to one of the best.
Should we see
why,
it?
why I want it to be shit again now, though.
Yeah.
Now we're winning. I don't want this.
yeah.
I hate this one. This guy.
You attack, we attack. Yeah, you've fallen out of love with him, haven't you?
Mate.
We just love a pinball match, don't we? Can't help it. Throw in.
Away.
Well done, Martinez.
Well done.
Why?
I'm okay.
Oh,
We should have just
Got away
why
with
has he
that
left?
though.
Why?
That was
should
weird.
have just clicked
Stupid.
it. Should have
that.
just clicked it and ran after it, probably.
Yeah. That's our ball, surely.
Mate.
Watch your man, though. Stay with your man. Don't. Why was that their ball? Did it hit Garnacho? I thought he just kicked it
He's
straight
doing here,
out.
fucking Rory Delap here.
He thinks he can, but he don't even throw it
He's
that
only
far.
got one hand as well.
He's only got one hand.
Yeah, but see, he's got it on his other hand. He's got like fucking
Does it even
some sort of contraption on it.
That's got a
Captain
little,
hook.
That's got a small
Oh,
traction
that'll
engine
do.
That's
that
a
can-
fucking
that'll
below
do.
shot, that's
That'll be
all.
it now.
That'll do.
Yeah.
Hey,
Get in
come
there.
on, never in doubt. What a game. Man United win eventually 2-1, but it was the subs that won it for us, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
100%. Rasmus obviously getting the goals. Thought Anthony actually did alright when he came on as well. Mason Mount did well. It was a decent performance by the substitutions.
Yeah.
By the substitutes, sorry, because that first 45 was particular. First 50 minutes was a tough watch, wasn't it?
Yeah, really tough. Ricardo Garcia says Vicmus Hoykeres. I guess that's some sort of Rasmus Højlund Victor
We're having that one.
Gokeres. No. Scotty, thoughts?
Yeah, very happy after that second half. The
Yeah.
first half was diabolically boring, but I think, should we thank Onana for injecting some comedy, and then a kick up the backside for the rest of the players, because I think that's what he might be doing to get away with that clanger that he did in the first 5 minutes of the second half. But yes, the substitutions that came on completely changed the game. Ahmad looked like a different player completely once Anthony come up down the wing. Xerxes going off and bringing Mount on. Great injection of pace. Thought Fernandez, he was the best player in the first half, but his game in the second half, he set up the first goal just through sort of his sheer determination to get the ball and follow it through, and he's continued through. And it's great for Højlund to get his 2 goals. Like RH said, the first touch was amazing, and maybe RH can adopt that in his practice.
Yeah. What did you think, Ryan? Thoughts
No, I
on it?
think full credit to the subs. I think Mount coming on, that energy, that desire and the quality, and Ahmad really coming to his own, and we talked about him picking pockets up. I think he done that, and I'm delighted for Højlund. I've just seen him there having a bit of an argument with Ahmad about obviously potentially getting an hat-trick, and that just shows obviously the willingness and the desire to score goals, which is nice to see. But no, I'm happy with that second half. First half was terrible, not gonna lie, but like Scotty said there, I called for someone to take the game with a scruff of the neck and sort of drive forward, and I think Bruno was that man, driving forward from deep in Tuchel for the first goal. Anthony, we get quite a lot of stick from his mate next to me here and a few other people, but apart from a few clanging shots and stuff like that, again, it's an impact, it's positive, and it's nice, 2-1 win, and we roll on.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be back in a few minutes for the full post-match review, so do stick around. I think in the end, a deserved win for Man United there, and it took us conceding and being ridiculous for 45 or 55 minutes before we turned it on, but eventually we came out with a win, which I think is quite good. Up to 5th as well in the Europa League standings as it stands, but a lot of teams playing at 8 o'clock obviously, as I'm sure you can imagine.
Gifted some memberships.
Yes, I was just going to get to that. I'll name this podcast later. Gifted 5 Stretford Paddock memberships. Everyone who's just got like one of those gifted memberships will be in for the 12 days of Paddock giveaway. Anyone who joins will be automatically in there, where we're going to give away 12 prizes over Christmas, so make sure you join that if you're interested. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll be back in a few minutes for the full breakdown, the full post-match review. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you for
pleasure. Thanks for
making
me on,
half
as
of these
always.
players and training them into the men they are today.
No, I appreciate you having me
Thank
on.
you,
Thanks,
Scotty, as
guys.
well.
Thank
Cheers
you.
for coming on, as
So,
always.
man.
Cheers, Jay. Cheers for watching at home. We'll see you in a bit.